Master Navigator's through the mic. Here we go! He's killing it. Watch out. He's showing love and he's mad about it. Mad love. That's why we say.
Come on, man. You already know.
Mad love.
Hold on, wait. 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 Wait. I'm feeling like Pop. Crib, six shots, nigga move walk. You're the op, hold on. You bending them blocks, she got the wop. Hold on, come wet up the mop. Body to the top, thick in the plot. I'm with Suvi a lot. Tell him don't fuck with my estrogen. To the left, I'm with gang and we extra lit. A mirror on me, that's the better fit. Loving my style, so nigga who checking it, I am the one. Hold on, number 2 when I'm stepping in. Don't trust it, I can't bring the weapon in. Shaking the cage, we laying down elephants. Send me the ad and we spinning around. But protect your residence. You been with no name, make you relevant. Get it crackin' for free if she's celibate. In the air, we gon' spin like it's turbulence. You ain't here, we here cause we serving shit. Move the brick, push the whip, stand down, you can't tell me shit. Hold on, I'm on Deuce and Dose and Rome is so strong. Slide through the club, still selling drugs, nigga got mask in his coat on. Hitters, got fingers on triggers, my niggas can't hold on. Bring it back into roll on. So
he ain't no DJ. He sure acts like one traffic light. Traffic light is spitting everybody. Send those tracks in now.
Oh, shorty.
Yes, sir, let's get it.
Do that dance for me.
Let's go.
I bought this for more.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Shorty wanna date. What? But I ain't thinking it. Talk me on my back. Yeah, I'm living it. Rap the way I rap. Yeah, I'm speaking it. Oh, shorty.
Let's go.
Do that dance for me.
Do that dance for me.
Oh, shorty. Do that dance for me.
Yeah, yeah.
Any, mini, money, mo. Let me take you to the store. Buy you anything you want. That's just the way it goes. I bet your boyfriend don't do it like this.
No.
Fly you to a place that you never ever been.
Yeah.
Told me I'm my bad, but you ain't living like this.
No.
I'll wrap it up, speaking, now you believe me now. People always talking, now they all speak it down.
Yeah.
Baby girl, let me just take you on a trip. Buy you that Chanel bag, show you how to live.
How to live.
Baby girl, let me just take you on a trip. Buy you that Chanel bag, show you how to live.
How to live.
Baby girl, let me just take you on a trip. I bought this for more.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm getting it. Shorty wanna date.
No.
But I ain't digging it. Talk behind my back. Yeah, I'm living
Yeah.
it. Rap the way I rap. Yeah, I'm speaking it. Oh, shorty, do that dance for me.
Do that dance for me.
Oh, shorty, do that dance for me. Yeah, yeah. Hey, little baddie, come talk to me. You want a better life? Take a chance to come walk with me. I want somebody
Yes,
that
sir.
go on me like my mom did. Look me in my eyes, tell me that it's gonna be alright, kid. I like the way you walk, shorty, looks like you dancing. Shorty so bad that I had to take my chances.
Had to
If mama
risk it.
was alive, she would tell me go get
Go
it. And
get
boy,
it.
too young, don't you dare try to hit
She
it.
slide.
Girl, speaking from my heart, I hope you getting it. I don't play no games, I'm not respecting it. Oh, shorty,
Yes, sir.
do that dance for me. Oh, shorty, do that dance for me. Yeah, yeah.
BMF for life. ETC, everything
I bought this for
count.
more. Yeah, I'm getting
Yes,
it.
sir.
Shorty wanna date, but I ain't digging it. Talk
Just the
behind my back.
beginning.
Yeah, I'm living it. Rap the way I rap.
Let's get it.
Yeah, I'm speaking it. Oh, shorty, do that dance for me.
Yes, sir.
Oh, shorty, do that dance for me. Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to everybody listening in. You know, people are gonna probably ask me why the hell I threw a little Kai in there.
Yes, sir.
So let me bring back that little history. I think Little Kai has kind of like followed us, right? Like everywhere we've gone, every kind of show we've had, stuff like that, even live events. You know, the kid has been following us and he's growing. And I think people need to understand that this is just not a special guest. This is one of my friends that are on the air with us. Candy, how you doing?
What is up, Dave Hernandez, USJ Radio? What's up, everybody?
Yeah, so Candy SolidCircle, just to clarify, what is the Solid Circle so people know?
Okay, Solid Circle is a family of people, and it's a marketing and branding company out in New Jersey. Basically, we come up with events, we come up with different strategies. We're doing a lot of networking. It's about 20 of us, and basically, we all work together and, for the business. But Solid Circle really stands for like, we really solid.
So, if you guys know Candy SolidCircle, she's been around the review show game for a long time. Even took it to the next level, which let me tell you, congratulations to that. Because you had to throw some kind of ideas in there, and we'll talk about that here in a second. But it's been a few years, right? We've seen the go ups, downs. We've seen it get really gritty, really disgusting, and then all of a sudden it's like, no, let's just do this corporate wise. Let's do it with names that mean something, because the guys that we was rolling with, they haven't changed. They haven't taken anything serious,
Right.
shout outs to them and whatever's working for them. But I think me and you already knew that we were on respectfully a different level than some of these people. And if you guys don't know what I'm talking about, the review game has been around years, even probably right before us. And actually, I don't want to say us because I never really tried to be a review show. I try to tell people that
Oh,
all the
that's
time.
true.
I try to tell people that all the time, but it goes back. Can you tell people, like, when was it that you first started and actually taking that scene serious?
Wow. I started radio in 2017,
Okay.
and I really didn't know what I was doing. I didn't really care for radio. I always loved music, but I never really cared for radio or to be in center of everybody. It wasn't my thing. Um, but as I started to prolong and start learning and stuff like that, I was like, wow, like this is like my life. Like I really love what I'm doing, and it was a lot of hard work, but yeah, like it's been a while.
So I know a few of the brands that you were probably part of. Some people actually believe that you made them to find out that it
Yeah.
was either like a friend or somebody like that you guys linked up and did a whole bunch of things. Some of it was bad business, right? Some of it was somebody not taking to the next level. When was
Right.
it that you knew? And it didn't have to be a situation where you were part of this brand or team, but when was it that you was like, I think this could get bigger. I think this can get bigger. Like, because you was always pushing something. I think you got like
Right.
16 Instagrams. You always pushing something. Like, I don't. When was it that you really took it serious?
I would have to say when I started realize we were getting a lot of engagement, a lot of people who wanted to come down to the station. The amount of love and support I was getting off air, like going to events, artists, and people just rolling up and coming out to the event to support. So once I saw that I was really starting to like help artists, get to that level, I was like, wow, it's a beautiful thing. So once I knew that, I was like, all right, I got to start reading more. I got to start educating myself more, because if I'm going to preach knowledge, I have to make sure that my information is correct.
Eh,
So that's when I started.
Yeah, I remember those situations and some of these long talks. You even started getting your boy in Solid Circle. Who kind of runs that situation over there? What's his name again?
Oh, Nick
Yeah,
Solid
yeah, yeah.
Circle.
So when you started getting Nick involved, and then you started, talking, like, I'm sure we had plenty of conversations. That was that one thing that you always wanted to make sure that you knew a little bit, probably more than the artist, or maybe even more than yourself. That education is goes a long way. Would you say that it it ended? Did you do? Are you still learning? What's going on?
It never ends. If you truly want to get to where you have to go, You can't be doing things half-assed. You gotta really take the time and study it. If that means purchasing books online, going to meet up with certain people that know that knowledge. You just really have to do those things, because if not, it will catch up to you, and then that would be it. That would be it.
The situation that you're in right now, the movement, right? I want to talk about that in a little bit, but
Hmm.
that came from the original grind, right? This is a solid circle kind of
Yes,
situation. There was no,
absolutely.
there was no kind of like hookup or linked up or stuff like that. It was just like one day, you just wanted to approach Drewski. You knew that he was there all the time. This was his
Yeah.
spot. This is basically his hometown club that he was always going to be a guest at. And he was getting bigger and bigger, and I believe it was his prime because COVID kind of like put everybody on hold. Um, and then just one day you took that, what we call the jump. What was that situation for you?
Oh my goodness, it was like so nerve-wracking. Even though I knew, because let's back up just a little bit. When I decided that I was ready to work with him, I approached him after the event and asked him if he wanted to team up and do a showcase concert with me. And he said, yeah, sure. So I was nervous as all hell, but I knew I was ready, because the level that he's at, I'm at the same, except I'm underground, right? So I felt like if I teamed up with him, it would really help the artist, get exposed. It would help the artist learn some new information. But yeah, he was like, I hit him up. He had a podcast when we were in quarantine. I hit him up and I was like, can I come on for a special guest? Came in, and then it ended up being a permanent position.
Which is extremely nice. Shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening. If you guys didn't know, we're talking to Candy SolidCircle. Just giving you guys a little bit of history. This is not new to me. I kind of was there the whole freaking time.
The
Uh,
whole time,
so if you
through
guys think,
everything.
I mean, there was not a lot of good times either. Like
No.
tell them about situations that, not specifically, but what were some situations that you were like, what the fuck?
God, where do I start? I've been through a lot in this game. Working with certain co-hosts who, didn't allow me to grow. Doing a lot of work because I loved it and I wanted to keep growing. And I was coming to dead ends, and I'm like, okay, like I have to go part ways, because the only way that I'm going to be able to do what I have to do for these artists is I'm going to have to leave so I can continue to grow. um, I went through hosts. I went through a lot of hosts. Hosts muting my mic in the middle when I'm talking, switching the cameras on themselves, uh, you know, and it was just crazy, right? So that was the situation. I went through a lot of deaths to the point where I thought I was losing myself and I didn't know what to do. My stepfather ended up passing the day before the big concert with Drewski. So I'm literally sitting there like I'm a mess, but I have to show up. I have to go. So I did. I went and I felt so good that I knew that anything that I go through, I just got to keep fighting. I have to keep, I got to keep going. I can't give up. This is my dream. This is something I want to do.
This is something that if you guys didn't know, um like there'll be like some deep ass conversations me and you used to have, right? And these things are like tears, frustration, the happy was, the milestones, the what do I do in this situation. And I'm sitting here like, yo, my G, can you slow the fuck down, right? And I can't catch up, right? But I'm super proud of everything that you've done. If you guys don't know, this is like one of my good friends, Candy SolidCircle. We're talking her history here, in this online streaming game, basically, and how she has taken it from something that was what, on the phone, chilling. You'd have one camera here, one on Instagram,
Yep, bad Wi-Fi, bad connection,
Yeah.
can't hear nothing.
Nothing. And one of the things that she did mention was the host, right? I still remember a situation where I caught it. Like I caught it. I was getting angry because as a supporter, you just watching these things, and I used to make long drives, and then you guys would be like there, and I'm like, yo, I'm driving, I got you on there on the tune in,
Yep.
and then I catch some bullshit that's going on live, and I'm like, but y'all like hometown friends, y'all not like, what the fuck
Yo.
is that? I
I
remember.
was so mad.
So if you guys don't know, there is always there's this very, very caring, motherly side to Candy, where if somebody close to her passes, it's the end, right? It's the end. Like I gotta grief with them. That's my brother, that's my sister, that's whatever. And some of these people are artists,
Yes.
and so Candy keeps everybody's on stash because she's all about keeping names alive. So it was crazy because it was like, this is my show, I just want to rep, we got a vibe going on, I got to put my boy out, and for some reason the host wasn't feeling that. I'm like, bro, what do you expect? This is who she is. And I'm like, you really think in my head, because I'm like screaming at the phone, right? Because I can't, I'm like, can't bug out because you can't kill the vibe anymore.
Right.
And I was like, this doesn't even make a little bit of sense. It doesn't even make a little bit of sense how people are watching for her. Because you don't have no damn sense of humor. You don't you don't do anything. You're not popping. You're not crazy. You don't even have good interviews. Let's not, because I'm not hating. I'm not one-sided. It's just the truth, okay? And you didn't let her vibe out, and the guest was one of her friends. It wasn't like this is a special guest artist. It was one of her friends. This is somebody I watch, I vibe, yo, and then he's hitting you up like, yo, can I get on there? I got something, whatever, and then y'all made it happen. And then I'm like, yo, you did that shit live? You did that shit live? That shit's recorded. And I went crazy, and I caused drama, because that's what I do. That's what I do.
No, I remember that day because the guest up there, we connected, and he wanted to hear the record, and I felt connected, and I wanted to play an artist who was a good friend of mine who passed away. He was murdered a few years ago, and I just wanted to play a record, and the host was not having it. And I was like insulted because I felt like I needed to play it. You know what I mean? And yeah, that was crazy day.
That was not funny. That's never funny to me. I still,
that was
still
crazy.
To this day, I was always like, I even asked questions, what's going on over there on the Jersey side, because there's something like, I just want people to take you serious. I've always wanted that. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said fucker was cloud jumping. Shout out to Karen. Karen.
What's up?
Right? Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. I see a whole bunch of people. Abby Boo out of Texas. I just saw your thing. I'm sorry that happened. Don't worry, you good money. Go find something better. Next, what up? Thank you for watching out of the UK. Lori, what's up? How you doing? Yeah. It's always like a weird situation. Me, I want to ask these weird questions right now, but before we get into that, nah, it's not that serious. That's too early for that. You serious? If you guys got any questions for Candy SolidCircle, please put them in the chat wherever you guys are watching from. I see Married 007 Clark. My girl presses on, very persistent. Everybody loves that. You know what I mean? And it's not easy. It's not easy, and that's the part of it. She makes it look easy. Yeah,
it's not easy. You don't sleep. Your family, some of your family doesn't understand. They go against to what you're doing. Oh, you know, you're coming in late. I don't understand this. You need to get a 9 to 5. You have to do this. And I'm just like, yeah, but you don't understand. Like, when it becomes your passion, it becomes a part of you. And it doesn't matter if one day you wake up and something like it, you still have to continue. You have to continue to keep grinding, because there's a lot of people that are waiting for you, depending on you, that don't have anybody else but you. And I am that person. Like, you know, I just want to see artists get to that level. Any questions that they have, I'm here to answer them. If I don't know the answer, I will tell you that. But I just love it. I love the whole culture. I love the music. I love helping.
Well, let me get into one of these songs that you submitted to us a while ago. Still a fan of this guy right here. Shout out to Trauma out of Jersey. Sign to lose.
Trauma.
Slide. I promise you I'll get us up out of here, bro. Been with me since day one.
Ain't me no trauma. This that fuego right here.
I got some shit I wanna get off my chest. Wanna let out some stress. Ain't for the head, so don't put on no vest. No, I'm not shooting your chest. Being one money, that shit got me stressed. I must confess, the more that I give it, just leave me with less. Damn, my life is a mess. I can't complain cause I know that I'm blessed. Sit by some shooters, I out to death. Bang till I'm deaf. Take away that nigga breath. Now we're in PC gon' rest. I get an A when I'm put to the test. So let me be and I'll sequel the rest. The D and F, I'm a G. The whole alphabet. Daughter need diapers and milk and some strollers, so I'm on the corner trying to get off this Yola. Addicted to lean, ain't no regular soda. It stinks in my car, so we ain't pulling over. Purple I bet you they know I'm a soldier. Die as a G to the day that it's over. I got more shooters than Villanova. I got more hoes than a fucking pimp.
Oh, that's my song right here.
Act like a DJ. Act like a DJ.
Bust down,
Free Trauma.
I don't care about all that weird shit. I can't name too many things I care for. Rolling with my niggas. Fuck you think they here for? Bust down rolls. Bust down rolls. Look. And I can't name too many things I care for. Rolling with my niggas. What the fuck you think they here for? Bust down rollies. What you think they in the air for? So all that other shit, man, we don't care for. Champagne poppin', make a toast into the highlight. Won't you take a look inside my life? Cause if I live wrong, I'ma die right. So please don't tell me how to live my life. I'm tired of losing all my homies. Wake up feeling lonely, kick that hoe right out my suite. Now it's like you never know me. I got real nigga blood that bleed inside of me. So you can be yourself, ain't got a lot of me. I buy your ass some red bottoms and have you feeling special. Put them on, walk out my life. Wanna step, then I'ma let you. Now it's VV on my vessels. Drip that, leave a pedal. Tears that full of joy, we on a whole nother level. Remember
A whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost
Yeah, I got a new one right here. Shout out to everybody listening.
whole lot of money on the counter.
KDH. Kid, what up?
I got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost lost count.
Shout out to Carolina Zone. Money on top of money. Let's go.
A whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost lost count, for real. Got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost lost count, for real. Got a whole lot of money.
Yo, stand by for that review though.
Let me tell you really, I ain't never had no stimulus, and I ain't really got to tell you how I need it. And I got a pocket full of money trying to find out what the business is. And ever since the gym, mama always saw me getting it. I've been stacking my dividends. All of this squalor gon' fuck around, give me some cut. I've been thumbing through this money, my nigga. I've been playing with paper, getting cuts. Get the fuck off my jaws, I'ma show y'all niggas how to ball. My money was 6 foot tall, now the shit cover up my walls. I got the nut to buy a spaceship and 2 or 3 bitches, and we can take off. And it's a whole lot of money counting over here. Counting money, making up what I lost. Gotta hit the block, watch the pick. Shimming out 12 when you running them bass. Cause only time that I
Y'all gonna say hi, Candy, in that damn chat. Let's go. Stop
like
playing me.
Full of paper. While I swing a big woods, I'ma pass you a maybe. And if you owe me now, nigga, don't wait later. Leave my money on the counter while I'm counting this paper. Got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost lost count, for real. Got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost lost count, for real. Got a whole lot of money. I got a whole whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga been counting, but I almost lost count, for real. Got a whole lot of money on the counter that the nigga
Shout out
been
to
counting.
Solid Circle Zone, Nick, what
Got a
up?
whole lot of money on the counter that
It's
the nigga
nice,
been
I
counting,
see you,
but
what
I
up?
almost lost count, for real. Got a whole lot of money, got a whole lot of money, got a whole lot.
Sleep. You already know the deal. Shout out to everybody listening. What you thought about that one?
It was cool. I like the energy. I like the vibe of the record. I do feel like the mix could have been a little bit more crisp to make it sound not so compressed. But overall, I think it was a decent record.
Yo, big shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening. And I trust me, she knows what she's talking about.
Yo, that mix, man, like, you know what I mean? That mix can either make you or break you, you know, in a lot of situations.
It's so crazy because I think now, because of the situation that you're in, that I think, you know, like, we don't got time to wait for you to get that mixed. We don't got time. You know, we got to keep moving. We got to go fast. We got to go, you know, and sometimes people get a little too hyped. They get used to a certain voice, which is fine. It's cool, you know. Get a lot of people used to it, you know. I know that's how QDH mixes. You know, I don't think he's gonna change that for a little bit. You know, it's a QDH. You know what I mean? Like, you know it already. But when it comes to like the big leagues, you know, they need a lot to get used to what artists are doing, especially these days. I did catch some of the shows. I don't try to bother you, right? that's how I could say.
You can bother me. It's all good.
Yo, it's just a different thing because, like, damn, motherfucker, like, that's supposed to be like me and you, or me and then you like come later, but now it's like, phew, like, there's no situations that I can't tell you how much that I'm proud of that, but the big leagues is a different world, right? Everybody up there in the movement has their roles. Can we talk about people on the movement right now? Can you shout them out?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to the new Movement Live crew. I know they're on the check-in. They're on the YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, they're a dope team. Everybody, like you said, everybody plays a role. You know, everybody has something that they're doing. And we can really learn, and we have been learning from each other. You know, like I'm learning certain things from them. They're learning certain things from me, but we make a really great team.
Yo, big shout out to them, man, because, you know, sometimes I think you want to punch people in the face, but I think that's the Jersey in you. Yeah. So if you guys didn't know, yes, Candy's from Jersey. You could probably hear it. And if not, you know, I don't know, you know, who you talking to these days, but Jersey be crazy.
I know you hear it.
Yeah, they gotta hear that coffee. You gotta hear that upstate shit.
The coffee, who you talking to, you know.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Sketty. Sketty was on the show one time with us, man. I love that dude, man. Shout out to Sketty.
Me too. I'm so proud of him. I'm so proud of him, man. He's making a lot of moves out there. I'm very proud of him.
And see, this is the part where people don't get, right? The only reason that me and you really get along is because the main goal is to make the unsigned heard. Like, when people not, you know, you teamed up with Drewski. If you guys weren't here earlier, Kenny was mentioning a time where she had to approach Drewski about putting on a showcase, right? You don't do that if you didn't do it before. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that if you didn't do it before. She already knew the vibes. She know people was gonna drive mad far to go see, to go chill, to go perform. Like, there was already a list. Y'all had a barbecue, threw that together. And what's really crazy is that in the middle of all that, there was always a dude who didn't take you serious because you were a female. How the hell do you deal with that part? Because that's the part where people don't understand that you go through.
How I handle it better now, but it's difficult because you get overpowered. You get taken advantage of. They tell you to do one thing and then you're ready to do it, and it's like, oh no, not today. You know, and especially the fact that I work extremely hard. I do the promotions, I do the branding. I'm not just a radio air personality, but it, I don't even know where to start. It's just something that it's not easy, but I just don't even know where to start because I had to learn and build tough skin and say, no, I deserve to be here. I worked hard to be here, and you can't take that away from me.
Now, if I said girl, I'm sorry, I meant woman.
It's all good.
It's just, this is my home girl. Like, come on, stop. Y'all hitting me with that communication effort. Stop. But and see, those are key words, right? You start learning this thing, like everything that happens on the mic, people are gonna pay attention to. So it's something that you learn. It's something that people kind of like, hey, So,
but
I always knew for some reason. Go ahead, my bad.
No, I was just gonna say, thank God I have a person like Nick SolidCircle, because whenever I get into a crazy situation or I'm not sure, he's the person, my go-to person, and he tells me how to handle the situation.
Yeah, man. Shout out to that. Shout to Nick, man. Me and Nick never got to meet. You know what I mean? It was like, yeah, it was like one of your like list of things that have to happen. So like, we definitely gonna try to link up. I don't know what the hell's going on. Finally, we get like a 2-3 month break, and then all of a sudden,
here we are again, right?
Here we are again. Back in the day. What the fuck is that? I don't get it.
I don't even know, man. I'm so like whatever at this point.
Candy does a great service to unknown and unsigned artists. That comes from Red 007 Clark on YouTube. Shout out to everybody on there.
Thank you.
The squad is in the building. Yes, Candy does. So I don't want to talk about what's next, but these things that we're about to talk about right now, some of it is like, things that we've been through as friends and colleagues in this thing. But what are some of the most annoying questions that you hear from unsigned artists? Because believe it or not, and anybody out there, this is the hardest community to satisfy. Okay, they don't get it. None of this shit is overnight. None of it. What are some of the dumbest questions? And I'm trying to tell y'all to listen, because y'all gonna ask the dumbass questions anyway. But I want y'all to really pay attention to these things, because I'm gonna say some of mine.
Where do I submit my music to? After reading the flyer, reading the caption.
Bro.
That it aggravates me, because it's like reading is so important.
Wasn't there a dude that just asked you how to submit to me?
Yes, and it was all on the flyer.
It's all on there.
Yes.
I can't understand this. So okay, something dumb to me is when artists believe that their only language is through money. Right? So I literally get like, what's the Cash App? Like some percentage, maybe even 10% of people actually ask me how my day is. Even if I know if it's fake or not, I kind of like
I know where you're going with this one.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like what are some of those dumbass shits? See, the situation is different. Situation is different, right? When Candy first started, it was a kind of a pay to play situation, right? Because we kind of like are taking our time to listen to you, right? And we're trying to grow our thing. Your thing has motivated me to do other things, right? And look at where you guys got me. And that's something that you always tell them, like, I couldn't be here without you guys, right? Because there's a motivation behind it. There is, gas money. Like, I gotta get there. Thank you guys.
Yeah. So at
Like,
one point, I was traveling really far to go to that station at least 4 times a week, an hour there and an hour back.
man, let me tell you. Shout out to my boy Gamermate Jay out of Australia watching, and how you doing, man? You're a beautiful human yourself, bro. But anyways, I see like an old friend that's been popping up lately, Stokesy. He's been popping up lately. Yeah.
Oh, what's up, Stokesy? Shout out to the UK.
So, it's like these artists. What have you learned from FCC, copyrights, situations with streaming, that for some reason other artists or even radio stations don't get it?
Well, first things is copyright. You have to have rights to your music. If you want to have a chance being played on FM, if you don't have rights to your music, the station will get flagged, and there would be a huge situation there. Beat tags is another one. It's okay to have a beat tag in the beginning of your record, but you cannot have a beat tag going out throughout your record, because again, that means that you don't have rights and it will get flagged. For the streamers, if you don't have the right credentials, if the artist does have rights, you're going to get flagged, and it's going to cut your reach in half. And then that way you're going to be stuck with maybe 3 views, because if Facebook is going to put a block on you.
So, you know, it's funny because me and you've been talking about this for a long time, sometimes behind the scenes, but I think I saw a situation, and I just want to talk about it because I just like talking shit. Okay.
I know. I figured, let's go.
I some of these spots don't get it, right? So they got this big grand opening, grand streaming, grand live, whatever the fuck they want to call it. And you go in there and you're like, yo, I want this to go like this. People are throwing their 2 cents. They don't think you know what the fuck you're talking about. But then when you go live, their numbers are bananas, right? Everybody's this is another cool looker. She's doing her thing. It's just something I told you back in the day. They're gonna follow you. It doesn't really matter what the situations are. It doesn't matter. Then they go and they just believe that they're going to stay as soon as you log off, right? And they assume that. Then they got these shows, and then they got this over-talking DJ and all these. I'm like, yo, like, y'all look disgusting right now. Like, when was it for you that you had to create kind of like a standard for yourself?
I would say about a year ago, when I was a part of another station, there was a lot of things, a lot of good things, but there was just some things that, if I have to question certain things, it's not that I dislike, it's just I have to fall back a little bit. You know what I mean? Because I have to protect my brand. I'm Candy SolidCircle no matter where I go. I represent myself, and I also represent the SolidCircle team as well. So I have to make sure that certain people are doing things the right way, because if not, I'm the face, they're gonna come for me.
If you guys are just tuning in right now, this is a special interview with Candy SolidCircle. We kind of getting deep into the industry on the view of ours, right? But now, if you guys haven't known that Candy is a co-host to the new movement. It's like 1/4, 1/5. I see a whole bunch of people going on there lately. Like, what's going on over there? I don't know. And then you got sick again. I don't know what the hell that was about.
Oh my gosh, yes. It wasn't COVID, but it was starting to feel like it. So I got tested. I ended up being negative, but I guess it was just like a random like cold or something.
Bro.
I know.
I was roasting you. I was roasting you in one of those shows. Like, you sick again? The fuck?
I know.
Like,
you all were though.
No, we had to.
I know.
So the new movement, right? You get a chance to showcase your song live with a celebrity DJ. That's literally what it is. Okay, if you don't know who DJ Drewski is, then that's fine, but that means that you're not paying attention to hip hop. You know what I'm saying? That's the part where artists need to understand. If you don't know who Drewski is, you don't know who the guys are next, left, and right to him, or even special guests that come up there, you're not paying attention to hip hop. That means that you're closed-minded. You're putting yourself behind things. I don't expect a lot of people to understand what that means, but if you're worried about what's going on in the commercial life, then you're already fucking up. And I think that that's the part where me and you come together as, yo, you're not there yet. Don't worry about that shit. You know, we're going to get you there. We're going to find ways to get you there. It might take a long time. It might be like real quick. But at the end of the day, like, you're not there. Don't do that. You're going to sound similar. You're going to believe that the industry wants you to sound like that. And, you know, you're never going to be yourself. I think that's something that every single time that you get a song, you guys are trying to find the authenticity of an artist, right?
Boom. That's right. Yes.
That, like, shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. What is, since the beginning until now, what is now your review of a song? Like, because I know it's different. You know, because the first thing I remember, like, when you first started doing your own standard, it was like name, city, give me your social. Like, you know, you had to have all this shit in the email, and you know these motherfuckers don't write emails. I still got one of my favorite dudes still sending me fucked up emails. Like, yo, put that shit on the site, bro. Fuck on my face, man. But anyways, from that standard to now, what is it like now?
Honestly, my main focus is making sure you just label your record correctly. If you don't want to submit your Instagram, if you don't want to let me know where you're from, that's fine. I just won't be able to give you credit if I post it on my wall. I won't be able to post you to have people follow you, which is fine. But I like to have all those things. But I would say the main thing right now is titling the record properly. You know, the metadata.
Yeah.
Because I've learned that is extremely important. And if we get a record on a show and there's no metadata, we make one up and we name it ourselves. So that doesn't really help the artist because we're giving it a name and that might not even be it.
That metadata, that sounds familiar. I don't know.
I got it from you, took notes.
So we're going to take a little musical break here. I think the artist is being a little brave. This is called Spotlight. I think Crow or Cool Money. We'll see. Yep, just sending me a link. I mean, this is the part where I don't understand artists these days. I don't understand. If you download or Google or even go on your iTunes search, you're searching. You're basically being everything a DJ is right now. You've seen the programs now, right? They go in there, they type a name, boom, they got the song, and they'll just play it.
Yep.
If they can't type the song in there, what do you think would the part that pisses me off? And I know we're talking about metadata, and I don't want to pull Cool Money or a Crow on the spot like this, but this is an example. Like, this is an example. Like, we have Candy SolidCircle on the show, and y'all just sending links. I'm not even accepting songs through Gmail right now. Like, you know what I mean? But I just, you know, I'm trying to give people a chance. But anyways, what do you think happens at an AM, FM satellite radio? You know, they got all that right there. They have to search. They have to put you on a playlist. They have to, and everything goes to audios, to a phone app, to a car. All this metadata just goes there, and the worst thing that anybody could find out is this song is banging and it says untitled. Like, you're sending your song to a radio station. I keep trying to tell people all the time, this is not what everybody's doing. This is not here. You know, if it's a review, they're gonna go off the jump. They're going to see the emails. If you about that bread, then they're going to see the bread. They're going to take you a little serious. But then all of a sudden, if you see the bread and you still don't got the shit right,
I don't even care about the money. I just want them to actually learn the correct steps, because these are facts. You don't want to get to that point where your opportunity and then fail because you don't label it correctly, and then that's it. So we're trying to prepare them.
Yes, and another thing is that I want people to understand when, you're throwing words out there that they don't know, like payola or this or that, right? So if I was to ask you guys for a $5 donation to get your song on 24/7 plays for like 3 months, okay, that's just a slot. What do you think these record companies are paying these radio stations? It's not payola, it's a slot. It's a commercial spot. That's why they call it commercial radio, okay? Another thing is, when you send things to a review show and you helping them, their thing, you're asking them for their opinion of your song. Right. And the worst thing that anybody could say is like, I'm not sending songs. Well, guess what? Then don't send it with bread, because sometimes we don't care. We know you ain't got it like that. It's all good. If you're fire, we're going to get you to the next step. If you're not fire, then I'm sorry. You're going to get roasted. Yeah. But as far as my show, I don't do that kind of shit. Anyways, we're sitting on a song right now. And the reason we're sitting on a song is that this stuff is hard, that if I play this and it's fire, I don't know what to tell people. I don't know where to send them. I don't know what to do. I can't just drop the link. Get the fuck out of here. That's working backwards for me.
Right, right.
But anyways, big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com. Candy, we're going to talk here in a second, and we'll just see what this song sounds like. You just let people know. Just roast them. Fuck it.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Cropped up music entertainment. Cool money. Let's go. Back in the spotlight, my nigga. I ain't worried about no feeling. Mine on the money, cash is a pillar. In a new form, get that 4-5. I'm an alien, my nigga. Watch my back all in the game. Gotta run the game on you, nigga. All the war fucking lame, nigga. Back in the spotlight, my nigga. I ain't worried about no feeling. Mine on the money, cash is a pillar. In a new form, get that 4-5. I'm an alien, my nigga. Watch my back all in the game. Gotta run the game on you, nigga. All the war fucking lame, nigga. Talking about power, my shit is on. So call me a god and I never fold. Left for them, I knock till I take the gold. And teaching the game with an older soul. Cause half of you niggas be dead wrong. I'm all in my lane while I smoke the strong. Be grabbing my 40, you're dead gone. Blah, 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 my fingers strong. Look through my wrist on my aim is on. And keeping it.
Yo, let me tell you something. I have literally made all my following understand that if 45 seconds comes in and you're not promoting yourself, that's it. So they got cut. So I got Lori in the building. Shout out to Lori from Jersey herself. She's like, yo, cut it off. We're done. So
and that is so important. With the first 40 to 60 seconds, if you haven't sold us yet, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I see it.
It's another thing is the reason I started doing that, and I just want people to understand this part, is that I don't know where the situation is with that song, right? You could have it on SoundCloud and you good, or you could have it on iTunes and you real good. I'm proud of you. I want artists to understand I'm proud of you. All right? I want people to understand I'm proud of you. But I can't stop Facebook from muting this shit. I can't stop YouTube from muting this shit. I can't stop Twitch from muting this shit. You have the opportunity right now in front of live people to promote yourself. And that's another thing that I think Candy has learned. She also said it too. If you haven't caught our attention in 30 seconds, whether it be you in the chat or even the sound, it's a wrap. Nobody wants to listen to you catch up. Why the fuck are you trying to catch up in your own song? You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. No, that's a fact. That's a fact. Like you have to learn how to place and organize your record. Like I feel like there's steps. So like the first beginning of the record, even if you have a feature, you put your best feature on first, your strongest.
Yeah.
Because if you put them last, you may not get 3 minutes of time. You only may get 60 seconds or a minute and 30. So within those seconds and those minutes, you got to make sure that it's put together and it's strong.
It's so crazy. I think I was doing like a interview a few weeks ago, and it was somebody who does folk, right? Because I love folk. I don't know if I told you that, but
Oh, I know this. You even played a couple of records on here, if I'm not mistaken.
yeah. True story. Made
Had
people
us
cry and
crying
everything.
and shit.
Yeah, dead ass. Come on, man. But anyways, like, so one of the guys were like, intros. They used to be so long, right? 3 minutes. I still remember like even Spanish songs, 7-minute songs. I'm still wondering why I'm dancing with grandma, right? Like, yo, this shit ain't over yet. Like that. But anyways, they're shorter now. Some of them you used to hear the intro while people were talking, like right after an interview, and you'd be like, oh, did you hear about so and so? And then the song comes on. Now it's a drop. Bang. Like, what are those situations with intros, especially when you guys get songs over there on the new movement?
Well, it all depends. Like if the intro is crazy long and then maybe the beat doesn't drop and it drops too late, or like the hook don't come in fast enough, then there's really not much you can do. You can I also tell artists, like, you can have two versions of your record. You could have a radio club version record, and then you could have an extended version. Because on the radio, we all know this, that, or even in the club, they're not going to play that intro part. What they're probably going to do is chop it up and start at whatever the most strongest part of the record is, or at the hook. That's usually what it is. So if it's a 30 to 60-second intro, what's going to happen? By that time, you lost everybody's attention.
You know what's crazy? I'm listening to you right now, and your whole linguistic has changed, right? And I say that in a good way, okay? So no longer the track, it's the record. No longer is, the hook or whatever is the highlight. I'm hearing it. I mean, I'm loving that shit, because people are still talking worthless to their own music. And I say this because if an artist is talking to me, an artist, all right, is talking to me and saying, I got this new track, I already don't want to fuck with it. And the reason is because you don't even give respect to your own music by just calling it a track. For me, a track is a part of a software that is letting you know this is the vocals, this is this is that. The craziness about it. I just want to shout out. People don't understand that that's a long way, because people have been talking. That's a long way. Candy, congratulations. You sounding like you know what the fuck you sound. Let me stop.
No, but seriously, and I didn't catch on to it until I started doing the show with them, and then I started paying attention to how they speak, and I learned a lot of, okay, well, I'm like speaking baby elementary talk. I'm supposed to be
basically like basics. Like you're not even at the fundamentals. You're just talking basics. It's just and people don't understand that that's a very big difference. The fundamentals are like from the jump. Like talking basics is like, like I want an Italian icy. That's all I'm gonna call it. But then when you move on to like somewhere else in the United States or even in the world, they call it something else, and then you just got to gather up what this Italian icy has mutated to. So now they call them snowballs. Like, I don't know. Like, but the thing is like people not understanding, like you have to know, like deep inside what, like I had this one chick from Canada come on the air, and she was just talking so music that I just wanted to get high. You know how, because when you meet somebody who got too much music in their life, you just like, You know what I mean? Like, and I don't even smoke like that. You just like, Joe, like, I feel like a hippie. Like I'm good because it's all love at the end of the day. But you know, it's whatever. It's all
No,
good.
you're right. And it matters, and you start to question is when you speak to certain people and you speak in that elementary term, they really look at you like, all right, I'm not talking to this person anymore, because if she can't speak correctly, then she probably doesn't have information correctly. And immediately it's like a done deal.
Yeah, man. It's so crazy, especially this day and age where you got to be careful what you're saying anyway. You know, like you gotta be careful what you're saying. There is a crap load of situations where people need to know the difference. You see artists right now who don't know what the fuck they're saying. They're losing everything, and you know what? They're calling it culture vultures, or they're calling it this, they're calling it that. No, it's 2021. You really need to understand your situation, and what I mean by that is, there had to be a situation where you knew, I'm an influencer. That's it. I got to watch what I say, right? Situations where I knew that there were an influencer, but there's still feelings you have towards things. And it's so crazy because now you catch yourself erasing everything you want to talk about. Like, I'm about to post, and then I hit delete because I'm like, I'm not about to lose everything because of the way I feel. Is that an uncomfortable situation for you as not only as a host, influencer, social media person? Like, that has to be hard.
It is. And every so often I'll catch myself. Like, sometimes I want to post something on Facebook, like whatever's going on in the world. But I don't do it because I'm like, all right, I don't want to put anything political. You know, your pages have to be extremely clean. You have to watch what you post and what you say, because that could determine a lot of things that can happen. I kind of stay out of the whole drama thing. I post only certain content. Like you said, when you're writing a post and you're writing the caption, use so many words. You got to back up and re-delete it and make sure it's straight to the point, or just certain slang. Like, you have to be professional, like, at all times.
It's so crazy because I'm so cryptic on mine. No one knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, they were like, yo, what is he talking about? What is he talking about?
I know. Because you be in like you don't fully say it, but you say it. But then it makes you think, and it's like, all right, I know what he's talking about, but I get it because you can't fully write it out.
I can't do it, man. Like, come the fuck on. That chick is a problem. And I can't even say that. Because if I say that chick is a problem, guess what? That side comes out. This side, shut up, bro. This is not what I'm saying. Like, I have problems with somebody, I need to say it. Or I think this looks fire, I need to say it. I think even sometimes Holly caught me and she was like, yo, G, like, that's not what it is. And I'm like, see, this is not what I'm talking about. I know my position, but I still need to say what I feel. Like, it's crazy. But shout out to those motherfuckers that came out crazy, because it works for them. And I say this because I follow a dude on Facebook right now who plays Madden. You know, and I know you got a kid, and you know that shit could get really crazy. You play Madden and everybody's like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker. There's no clean version of this dude. There's no clean version. Like, he's out there with the shirt off. You know how we felt about people with shirt off. But he's playing. He's in his house. And he's having this whatever. And he's going in. And he's talking shit the whole time during the game. I'm like, this is how you play the game. Like, because I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I had very hugs and kisses with my brothers while I was playing Madden. Like, we're not doing that. This is how you play the game. You talk shit. Oh, I'm gonna come through the left. And he's crazy. He's going crazy. And the thing is, right after he calms down and he loses or he wins, good game, bro. That was fire. Take this, the stream is yours. Do whatever. And then he gives away to his community, right? Because they're watching him go crazy. They're watching him play this game. But he gives back to his community in the middle of, going to the next game and stuff like that. So shout out to those who came out crazy like that, because on the real, where I want to be, they don't talk crazy. You know what I'm saying? And that's and I had a few conversations with people, and some big wigs, because I'm trying to do this for real, right? Everybody's always like, he's just a Facebook guy. No, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do this for real.
You are dope, so continue.
Yo, you gotta tell them, man. You gotta tell them, man. They don't understand. They don't understand. I still remember that one time. That one time, like you and Drex was mad because I was too humble, right? Like I was too humble. Like, yo, bro, get in there. Go behind the scenes. Like, go.
Yes.
Like, you remember that shit?
When we were in Brooklyn,
yeah.
We went to Brooklyn Gives, and you knew all these people. They booked you. Everybody knows you. And I'm like, yo, go behind the stage. Go talk to these people. No, go take a picture with them. Like, go get an interview. And you're like, nah, that's okay. They'll come here. I'm like, nah, go get it. Like,
because it's a different vibe, right? It's a different vibe. For me, and I'm sure that you're probably seeing this now, it is so much better being a friend to these people than just, attacking them for the photo. Even though I know that you still go out there and take your photos, I see that. But at the end of the day, like, it's so much better being a friend. What are some of the biggest friends that you probably didn't know that you would have had like last year that is going on now?
Let's see. I'm gonna say Drewski too. I'm gonna say Drewski because of all the years I've known him, I've actually really got to know him, and I have to say, on a friendship level, we built that friendship. And yes, it's business always and professional, but I'm also friends with him too. You know what I mean? And being able to sit there and just be able to learn so much, is a blessing. He's one. K Goddess. Shout out to K Goddess.
Wow, yes. Shout out to K Goddess.
You had her on the show.
Yeah. Wow.
She's a dope up and coming female artist. She's actually going to be performing at Summer Jam.
Yes, congratulations to her.
So, she's been working really hard. She's been making moves. So me and her are pretty tight.
Summer Jam's this Sunday?
We help each other out. No, in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. You going?
Mm-hmm. Yes, I am.
You got behind the scene access?
I don't know, maybe.
Get the fuck off.
I don't know.
That's lie. I don't know. I'm
not sure. But, I have to say, my thing is, it doesn't matter how high or how low you are.
Yeah.
If you're a good person, I like to build a relationship with you.
Yeah.
Because I want to. So, you'll see me, taking pictures with people, but what's going on behind the picture, it's really talking to the person and getting to know them. Not hey, can you do this for me? No, yeah. I'm not there for that. I'm there to get to know that person and build with them.
The reason I bring that up also is because now that you're in a position that artists probably won't even get themselves into except if there was a receipt involved, right? We'll just say that. When your connections are that serious, they see it all the time, they see it weekly, and then all of a sudden you got the artist that comes around and says, yo, pass this to Drewski, right? Or do this and do that. Like, how does that make you feel? And let me know, because I know that's just annoying.
It's hella annoying because there's all levels to this, right? There's steps that you have to take. I'm not going to go to him and be like, yo, Drewski, listen to this. Like, no, I'm not going to do that, because as the artist, you have to work to that. Yeah, I may be the middle person, but you have to submit to the show. You have to engage in what the movement is doing. That means on air, off air. Go out to his events, support what he's doing as well. If you get good rating on your record, that's great. Keep submitting. And then if it gets to a point where we start working together, then maybe I may be like, hey, you know, Drewski, this artist's been working hard. He's been doing this. He's been doing that. You got like a minute to listen, and he will do it. But I don't do it all the time because like I'm pretty sure he's tired of hearing all that, and
Yeah.
I feel like that just makes it easy for the artist, but it doesn't teach the artist that they have to work to that level. Like if I had to work to that level to get to there, so do you. Nobody gave me anything. Nobody said, oh, I'm going to put you on because I know such and such. I had to work really, really hard to get to where I am. And so does the artist.
You know, if people don't understand, Candy is a mom. Okay,
Yeah.
very adult type of kid. So
I know. He's
right.
so tall now.
So none of this comes with kind of like worry, right? And none of this comes with, you know, I remember phone calls where it was like, yo, like, can you believe this motherfucker just, you know, shit on me? And they were like relatives. They were like relatives. Like,
Yeah.
a lot of this comes with hoping that it works out so I can prove them wrong, you know, and people don't get that. This is not something that you know, went to high school to do. This is not something that, you know, you just, you know, just, well, you know, we talked about it earlier, but it's just something that you felt like you should do, you know, not something like, you know, I don't know.
It's not a job for me. It's not a job. It's my love. I love it. It's a passion of mine. So it doesn't matter where I go. I will still have that same feeling. So to me, it never feels like work. Like I get up, I bleed this. I work hard for it. If I don't know something, I research it. I bought the book, Everything That You Need to Know in the Music Business. That is literally my Bible. Because if I don't know something, I go right to the chapter and I pull it up. So I always encourage artists to read.
You know, one of the biggest things about that is the information is out there.
It is.
It is out there. I'm not saying that you guys can just pick up and, you know, read, memorize, and then you move. Sometimes things are going to work for you and things are not. Right? I'm going to tell you something right now. Big shout out to my man Drex, right? Drex is has been put on to so many situations, and I still remember some of the conversations I had with him, and I said, you're gonna get far just because of who you are. It ain't even about the bars. You're a genuine person. You're about this life. No one can tell you that you're not. And it did, and it worked. The part that sucks is that he still don't do metadata. But the thing is like, that's my man. I love him. But I remember our first conversations. I said, you're going to be good because of who you are. That's it. There's nothing else to tell artists other than stop coming out conceited. Because you see the baby right now. The baby coming out conceited, and he's losing everything. They're going to be loyals all day. 6ix9ine had loyals all day too. They're disappearing acts now, you know, and they're being careful. You know, I still remember the dude that breaks the internet, 6ix9ine, was like, okay, I'm going to calm down because the situation is not about me.
Right.
And when he did that, you know, there was like, wow, like he does have a heart. And then when you show that part of you, then, you know, you can't come off crazy again. Now, I know people look at it different because, you know, he is snitched, stuff like that. And that's a whole different topic. But on the real, like, when we talk about current shit and we talk about the dude that everybody wanted to protect, just like if it was a 6ix9ine, because I believe that was kind of how the hype was for 6ix9ine. Everybody just wanted to keep him protected and stuff like that. They did the same thing with the baby, and it was just too late, you know, and he's just losing everything. And if you guys don't understand that, go ahead and Google the baby problems And then you'll
Yes.
understand exactly what I'm talking about, because you have to be a good person the whole time. Yeah, you could be
do.
crazy on a track, but you'll never understand how nice 50 Cent is because you don't go behind the scenes. You don't realize how
Right.
much he put in the mouths of kids in his community because all you listening is to the hard shit. And that's the part where people don't understand. Like, you have to be, I've always said this, and I've said this with country motherfuckers, folk songs, pop artists, DJs, all that. And they all said being a genuine person gets you farther than you would ever understand.
Absolutely.
Especially in the middle of your grind. It's just, people don't understand that part.
You have to really be careful about what you say and what you do. Social media is like one of the biggest platforms, right? The moment you say something, boom, somebody probably has that on recording it already. And look at these situations that are going on in the industry. You really have to, I would say, learn so it does not happen to you, because these things are real. Like, watch these documentaries. That's what I do. I watch different documentaries. And that's how I learned about certain artists that have been through things, why they stopped, making music, or how come you never heard from them again? Well, like, I watch these things to see what happened. I don't really know. So it's definitely have to be careful about what you say and what you post, because it will come back. And now look, all that hard work and effort, not sleeping, putting out money can totally mess up your career before even get to a point where you could pop.
It's so crazy because, I really do believe that people do not understand that at all, because there's such a vibe of, yes, I believe in that, what he or she has said, and they're going to go with it. But the percentage of the amount of people that actually stick with that, you know how many times your mind can change about shit? Like, it's ridiculous. But to be as a crazy loyal fan, then you start being like, my favorite, you remember who my favorite rapper is?
No.
Okay.
I'm going to just keep it about.
It's whatever. Joe Budden, right? Joe Budden.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And remember, he had this thing where he just had to be an asshole to everybody, right? And I was like, I can't do this. I can't rock with that, because that's not the person I thought he was. But in reality, he's always been like that. It's just that I got covered up in the music. And then, as a fan of him and his bars and shit like that, I had to turn off his social media. I had to turn off the shit that was getting him love or hate, because I couldn't see him like that. And I think that's the situation where some of these artists are keeping their fans. They're like, he said that, it's whatever. But at the end of the day, like, these fans,
mind your business.
Yeah.
That's what you can do, is just mind your business. If it doesn't concern you, has nothing to do with you, mind your business. Don't post anything about it, and continue to do what you have to do. Don't get distracted.
Let's take a little break real quick. Shout out to Sketty on here. Got that white stress. Run It Up. One of QSJ Radio's favorites here.
We gon' get it up.
where Sketty's at. Sketty, where you at? God damn it.
Man, shout out to Sketty, man. He's definitely somebody that me and him been rocking together for a while too, and it's just crazy to see, his accomplishments, as well. Like, he's totally got out of his shell. He's doing events now. He's active. He's dropping beats. He's doing beats for major people now. Like, I'm just so proud of him. He deserves it.
Yeah, man. Shout to that. Shout to everybody listening. Karen already here defending me because Karen don't like it when I shut people off. But I'll be like, yo, promote yourself, right? Not everybody knows, right? Because we close, right? And you start noticing that, right? You know this as somebody who's rocking out right now with a celebrity. And it is a celebrity, okay? This guy's been on TV shows. He's on Hot 97, all this other crazy. But there's always this format or this place that you or anybody else goes and you don't know. And you have to start from the ground up. And I think that that's how the movement, the new movement, was getting at one time. Like, no one knew that shit was popping. And then you had to, like, figure out a way. And then he had to figure out a way. When was it that you guys just started getting together, like, all right, we got to do this a certain way. We got to, because those are meetings and shit, right? You guys have those?
Right. So basically, we communicate, actually, all of us, the whole team, daily. We speak daily. Sometimes before the show or after the show, we will meet up and have a meeting. So if there's something of the show that's working, then that's cool. But if there's something that we need to figure out of how to, to do something, then that's when all right, meeting tonight, let's sit down, let's talk, let's see how we can make it work, because everybody on the team, like I said, it does different things. And when it comes into trying to figure out a new solution to something, put all the brains together, then you figure it out. Like, all right, next week, we're going to try this, or we're going to try that. And it seems to be working. And at the end of the day, like even how we don't even care about the numbers.
Nah.
Like, people be so focused on numbers, and it's just like, no, we're doing this because we really want to help the artists get better. You know what I mean? So we taking out the time to make sure that happens. He provides one-on-one services. He provides interviews. There's things that he does provide that you can get information that he can give you to help you get to where you may want to go.
I see that. I bring that up because so many people, and me and you probably even dealt with that when we was doing lives, like worry about, oh man, how many people listen in? Why are they getting more numbers than I am? We're being like extremely professional. They're about to blow somebody's head off.
Mm-hmm. like what the hell?
Like what the hell? Why is this not working? That's not even against the guidelines. You couldn't drink in front of. You couldn't smoke. You couldn't have guns. Everybody had all that, and their numbers were going off the fucking chain. And we're here like, hi, welcome to QSJ Radio, or the certain.com.
Right.
Yeah, like, and we're like sitting here with our shoulders up, dressed and shit. Fucking what? And the
so
reason
if I have a gun,
yeah,
numbers gonna go up.
Bop. Like, I don't even know what to say. Like, what?
Smoke a blunt on air. Like, I just can't rock with stuff like that. Like,
Shout out to the homie Sketty. I have a session, guys. Got to run. Candy, so proud of you. You know the vibes. Yeah, man. Shout out to everybody listening, man. Stay in. So, the reason I bring that up is because so many people are worried about numbers, this. That gets out of your content, right? You weren't even trying to do that, right? It brings me back all the way to Making the Band season 1, right? That's Puff Daddy's show.
Yep.
And somebody had to perform, right? They had to perform, and they were kind of like stopping because someone wasn't paying attention, right? You didn't get the crowd's attention, so they stopped performing, and they wanted respect, right? And I'm sitting here like, that's not how it goes live, right? Like, you need to be in the zone Stop asking people to come to the front, right? Because they always do that, right? Yo, come over here. If you got love for hip hop, come to the front. You know what I'm saying?
No, but
come through, bye, shit. Like, they be going crazy just to get like 4 or 5 people in the front, and then they start their song, and I'm like, if your song is popping, you don't need to do that.
Right.
Just perform. Because, you know, they're probably kicking it with some shorty. They're probably getting a drink. They're probably taking a smoke break. They're probably doing whatever they got to do to relax, and you calling them back. That shit is annoying.
You're not allowing them to do it on their own. It's like kind of like you're forcing me to go to the front. Maybe I don't want to go to the front. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe I want to listen first. So yeah, I think you have to let people do it naturally. And
I think what I'm getting at with that live shit is, like, if you live, you live. Like, you know, if somebody's gonna listen, they're gonna listen. You know, you cross your fingers, you go viral. It's all good. But can you captivate on that?
Right.
That's the part that's different. Are you ready? Like, some of these review shows are shitting at you at your lowest level to try to bring you up, and you can't even stand that. But you got like hundreds of people that just listen to your song, and everybody agrees that your song is kind of trash or you need to fix it up. That's not hate. That's just a mutual fucking agreement. And not only that, the person that's engaging the most in that chat, or even the person that's engaging the most in that show, is going to have an influence. So you need to outbeat that engagement. You can't just wait for people to just, hey, my song is playing. Yay, let's see what they say. Or maybe start dancing to your own shit. I don't know what y'all doing behind the scenes. But if you're not engaging, if you're not letting people know, then the show takes over. The chat takes over. Your song becomes something worse than you thought it was going to be.
Right.
And then
yeah.
My bad. Go ahead.
No, you know how we are. Me and you, we love to talk. We know how it is. But that's another thing with the hating part. Like, when you're really critiquing it and breaking it down, because that's the service you paid for, and now you're calling the person a hater. Now, if I told you your record was fire and it was trash, then I would be wrong, right? I would be wrong for that. So I'd rather be honest with you. I've had diss records done against me. I've had posts go on about me. Like, list goes on. But I'm gonna be honest with you respectfully, and I'm gonna let you know how I feel about your record or how you're coming. So all that other stuff, it doesn't even matter. But yeah, like, there's no such thing as hate. But if you're asking me what I think about it, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I'm not gonna lie to you. And some review shows, I hear what the hosts are telling the artists, and it aggravates me, because they're telling them it's fire, you know, keep going, the hell with the industry, this is where it's at. But it's where it's at for right now,
bro.
But there's levels to this. You have to get to the industry. I don't. That's where you want to get.
And yes, and that's the part that actually that pisses me off a lot. Yes. It's so much that I had to shut down these people out of my whole life. I'm not even a review show, but the shit that they telling this artist or group is so generic. Like, yo, do me a solid and shut the fuck up. If you're saying fuck the industry, you need to tell me that you're about to beat the industry. You're about to go on the other side. You're gonna do something that Chance did, or Millie, or even this is dude's name from Camden, not Camden, from Compton, and not Pac, the other one. But anyways, do what these unsigned artists did, and then tell me fuck the industry, because that's what they did. They said, I'm not taking your deals. I'm not taking this. I'm going to make my own moves. It's going to be a struggle, but I'm going to do it. But you can't do that, because what's crazy is that it's just like the streets. It's just like the block. Everybody wants to keep it 100. until you can't make 100.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? I can't do it. I had so many conversations, man. You know, me and Fred, we go back and rest in peace, Fred. But I had so many conversations, and one of them was with my boy Tito from TV and Blockwork, and he was like, I can't work backwards. I can't work backwards. This has to work out, and I'm gonna find a way. And then I'm like, yo, okay, cool. He didn't say fuck the industry. He brought the industry to Fred. Everybody was like out here, boom, 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 one of the legends. So what's really bugging me out is that I'm sitting here and I'm like watching these cats see mixtapes, buy shit. You know, everybody's over here talking about this Versus right now. You know, I saw some of that Versus, right? But the crazy part is all the motherfuckers out there was like, Dipset. They were like, wildin'. You probably was out there. You light skin as fuck. You probably was on some Dipset shit too. But when
they're cool, but I was going for the locks though.
But the thing is, of course everybody would say that now. But the thing is like not saying that you didn't, but when you forget that the locks went through some shit that all y'all unsigned artists deal with. Mm-hmm. All y'all unsigned artists deal with right now. The 360 deal was created right in front of us. If you paid attention to hip hop, the locks was going through that shit the whole time. And we hated P. Diddy for a long time. But if you sat there and saw Diddy, you would take that damn pick. You would take that pick. You would say he's the legend. He made a Mace. He made a Biggie. He did this. He did whatever, right? Right? But when we was unsigned artists, when unsigned artists our age or people that was loving music our age was seeing what the locks was going through, we was saying, fuck Bad Boy. We was on like, oh shit, they on Rough Riders. Oh, we good. Rough Riders is good. Boom, we good money. We good. But the thing is, as they produced the blueprint, and even Jay-Z produced the blueprint, once they started getting out of line or getting commercial or getting too out of your reach, what happens? They Hollywood. They this, they that. They created the blueprint right in front of you. Right in front of you. They told you what works, what doesn't work. They told you, they did the beef for real. I don't get it. It's the information. We talked about this a long time. The information is right in front of you artists all the time. All the time. You know what? I'm not even trying to get into the copyright stuff, blah, blah, because, you know, it ain't like you're not dealing with a real radio DJ. You know what I'm saying? Like, Candy don't know what the fuck she's talking about because she's dealing with a real rated. You know, she knows what she's talking about because as soon as these artists get rated a certain, what is it? Like, you get an 8 or above or some shit like that?
Yes.
Like an average, right? An average of 8 or above. The possibilities of Drewski breaking your track on Hot 97 is super high. But then the other shit comes into play. Is the shit copywritten? Are we able to release a song without getting us in trouble?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Did you take somebody's name? Like, everything. Like, is this an industry beat? Like, I can't do anything with it. Everybody's feeling it, but you didn't do the homework. You didn't do the paperwork. And now you stuck.
Right.
We've been here. We've been telling y'all this. So now we in positions and y'all still doing the same shit.
Just like having even a radio edit version, a clean record. There's times where I was supposed to gather that from a certain artist because they wanted to get played, right? So I went and I asked for it. They said, give me a few days so I could record one and get the engineer to give me a clean version. We don't have time to wait for all that. So if the person lost their opportunity because they didn't have a clean version on deck.
It's so crazy because it's like they want the big heads to break their records. The big heads want to break your records. That's the part that people don't understand. They want to break your records. You just got to be able to understand what breaking the record is.
Right.
That's it. Yo, your songs are fire. I love ya. Wow. I even play that shit in the gym. We good. You in the car. How many times you play people's songs in the car? Like, I think you even like throw it in one of your stories a few times. Like, oh, I'm feeling this shit.
You don't understand. I save music.
Talk about save music, man. Let's not get into that one. Whew.
Right?
Got songs all day. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio.
We have now started our fast round where our guests are asked a few questions about themselves that they wouldn't expect us to ask. Don't worry, it's not like that. Hope you didn't think we were that underground.
I think people were waiting for this one.
Oh, Lord. I was hoping you were forgetting, too. I was like, oh, maybe you'll forget.
Nah. Fuck all that. Shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJRadio.com, home of the unsigned artists. I got a special guest in the building. It's Candy SolidCircle. She's been my peoples for a very long time. I've seen the growth, and it is what it is. You know what I mean? And one of those things that people don't understand is like working with SolidCircle, marketing, you clubbing, branding, all this. And then COVID hits, right? And then everything just shuts down and nobody knows what's next. What are we going to do? Then you hop on and do the thing with Drewski. And now it's like, oh, I found a way. Because I still remember dramatic ass phone calls where it was like, what the fuck are we going to do?
Yeah.
What are we
stressing bad?
Do? So now I got her on the damn fast round, and I don't think she's ready. Like,
I'm not. I'm letting them know now. I'm definitely not ready. So, but let's do it.
So a lot of people don't understand this unless you have conversations. Candy's actually deeper than she comes out to be. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit her with them deep ass questions. Okay. Big shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio. Sorry. Okay. My first question is, do you think fate exists?
Fate, yes.
Why? How do you feel fate exists?
It's not something that I can explain. It's more of a feeling. Something that you would know if it does.
Why do we dream?
Because our mind is so filled. Our mind is filled with so many things that when it just never stops.
Now, I know so many conversations, and of course, because of situations that are going around the world right now, have you ever thought about how humans will probably go extinct?
Yes.
Like, what do you think we probably do?
Probably wipe each other out. There's so much killing, no lie, today. And it's happening in so many areas that it usually doesn't. Every day there's something. So yeah, wiping each other out.
Does a person need influence? Does a person's name influence the persons they become?
No.
Explain.
Because I'm Candy SolidCircle. So what if SolidCircle has a real strong meaning to it? What if I really wasn't solid?
I hope everybody on SolidCircle's solid. I hope they are.
No, I'm joking. Everybody's pretty legit. Like, I'm joking.
If someone you loved was killed in front of you, but someone created a copy of them that was perfect, right down to the atomic level. Would they be the same person, or would you love them just as much?
All right, so the person that I love died in front of me, and then it was kind of like a reenacting.
Like someone created a copy.
Of that happening?
No, of the person.
Oh. That'd be a little creepy.
Yeah.
I don't know if it may mess me up more.
So, I don't know. I know that we have these deep conversations, but have you ever thought about how long you probably be remembered if something happened to you?
Yes. That's crazy you said that.
Why?
I just thought about that the other day.
Wow. How'd that go? I mean.
I just was driving and I said, God forbid something happened to me, would I be remembered and how I would be remembered? And I know I will be, because I impacted a lot of people's lives.
You okay with that, right?
Yes.
I think about that a lot too. Like, not, I just want to see one of my grandkids. You feel me? Like, that's it.
Yeah.
And then I'm good. And if I don't even make it there, like, it's gonna be a radio side. It's gonna be a Navy side. It's gonna be a dad side. And then it's like,
right.
Like, but how long? Like, how long would they? And
forever.
And I just hope it's long.
It'll be forever. It'll be forever. Trust me, music is one of those type of things that never dies. No matter when it came out, when it not, trust me, when you impacted somebody's life, they will always remember you.
Big impact. Everybody's giving you flowers right now, so you already know.
They are?
Yeah.
Aw,
Yeah.
Thank you.
So, do you think religion will ever become obsolete?
Wait, repeat that?
Do you think religion will ever become obsolete?
I don't know.
Yeah. I'm
not sure.
It's a little hard, right? Got
yeah.
Millions and millions.
Let's skip that one.
Yeah. What benefits do art provide society?
Healing? Oh, sorry.
No, you good. What benefits does art provide society? When you said feelings?
Healing. Feelings.
Yeah.
Art does a lot to the soul, mind, body, and soul, if you just pay attention.
Does art hurt society in any way?
It depends on how you take it, because art you can look at in many different ways. It depends on what's in your mind. Drop a bomb?
Yeah, I was about to, but I couldn't find it. Shout out to everybody listening. Is humanity headed the right or wrong direction?
Wrong.
Is this? It's so unpeaceful these days.
It is.
It's so, like, people don't understand. Like, me and you could talk all day. We could find so many positive things, and at the end of the day, like, as soon as, like, you press stop streaming, you got to be careful where you're at. You got to freaking look everywhere. I've never looked so many different ways in my mirrors in my car before, and I'm like, people really don't know, like, this is a frightening ass place. You never know how people are feeling. You never know this, you never know that. The way that you look is becoming crazy. This is not something like, I fear for my kids.
I do. Me too. I think about that all the time.
All the fucking time. Like, my kids are out here trying to just have swag. They looking cute and shit. At the end of the day, somebody's looking at them like,
I'm about to take your sneakers. Yo, no, for real.
It's crazy.
Like, it's bad. A lot of selfish people out there. A lot of angry people out there. That's why I've been really teaching and talking to my son a whole lot more about how to protect his peace. How it's okay if you don't want to do this or do that. It's okay to be called a punk. Who cares?
True story. What's I know we like hitting them with the sad shit, but you know, but people don't understand. Like, this is stuff like through the struggles that you had to get to where you're at. These are things that you would think about. These are especially when you were losing friends, you was losing families through this whole time. You just people, if you guys didn't hear earlier, right before the big showcase that she had, she lost her stepdad. Like hours before. Hours.
Yeah.
I still remember that. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I don't even know what to say.
It was so heartbreaking because I was extremely close to him. And one day he was okay. And then the next day is, oh, you're diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer. And we can't give him chemo because it'll kill him faster. So basically you just gotta watch and see what happens, right? Because you know they're not getting any better. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And I was so excited to do that show. And at the same time, I had to try to balance of being happy and so proud of myself to I knew that if my stepdad was still alive, he would be there because he always supported my radio movement. So it was hard, but I have, the hospital gave me his heartbeat when he was alive and they put it in a little container. So I put it in my jacket pocket when I went on stage to host, and it just to give me that sort of comfort, like as if he was there to keep going. Cause I was crying on the way to the showcase. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like I was a mess, but I made it through. I made it through. And now I know that when things do happen, you just kind of have to just get the job done. You got to do it. You have to balance. You can't say, no, I'm sorry, I can't do it. You have to do it.
Yeah. Which is crazy because sometimes, and I've been in situations, not that horrific, but I've been in situations like that where I find myself like mad at the artist for having the smallest excuse of not showing up, you know, and sometimes it's money. Like, you think I came all the way out here with money? I'm broke as fuck. I can't get water. You know, like, I've been in those situations, and I'm just a guy trying to promote a radio station and some other artists. You're a whole artist. Like, you don't got friends that support you. You don't got this. You don't got that. And even if you didn't, like, you might want to borrow those $10. Like, you might want to be in those situations because I'm out here broke. I think the first time I went and drove to see you for like 5 minutes, remember? Like, I was in PJs. Yes. I was like, okay, I'm out. Like, yeah, I just want to say hi, bye. Like,
plaid pajama pants and everything.
Really?
Slippers.
Really, motherfucker? You gonna? But anyways, is intelligence or wisdom more useful?
Yes.
No, I think that's a double question. Is intelligence or wisdom more useful? Which one is more useful?
I guess I would say wise.
Wisdom. So yeah, I think wisdom too. I think
wisdom, yeah.
I think the gems stay with you longer than like other things.
Because how can you gain intelligence if you don't go through something that gives you wisdom? Like, you know, like, do you understand what I mean? Like, yeah. I can't be educated or intelligent in this if I haven't gone through something that gave me the strength and the wisdom to gain knowledge. I don't know, something in the terms of that.
Yeah. I get it. Okay. They get you. They're saying exactly. They're bugging. What 2 questions would you ask to get the most information about who a person truly is?
I would add, I would want to know their circle. Who are they around? Because usually you can find out a lot about a person about who they hang around. Because if the people that are hanging around in areas they shouldn't, getting into drama and doing things, I can only look at you, and we all say we don't judge, but at the end of the day we do. Then I would just assume that you're the same. Because, right, winners hang with winners, right?
Yeah.
So the way our relationship is, we understand each other, but I can't talk to somebody who's, I don't want to say on this level, but I can't talk to somebody who's into the streets, into drugs and stuff like this the way I talk to you, because they're not going to understand what I'm talking about. I don't associate or around that, you know?
Gotta be.
Oh, the eyebrows.
Fuck you worried about? What? Yo, shout out to, you said my eyebrows?
Yeah, because like you were thinking mad hard, like,
yo,
like,
I'm just getting
like,
old, bro. Like, this it. Yo, let me take a little break real quick. PG Brown got the bass. I can't see. Shout out to Candy for doing that fast round with us. Yo, we gotta get deep, man, because they don't understand, man. They don't understand. Like, they don't understand the vibes. I'll be right back.
See.
I section ladies potty, get a little bit of naughty. Nobody get in our way, cause I'm about to get this started. A little bit to no space, and my hand on her waist. And the music got the bass, feel that wave on her face. Yeah, section ladies potty, get a little bit of naughty. Nobody get in our way, cause I'm about to get this started. A little bit to no space, and my hand on her waist. And the music got the bass, feel that wave on her face, yeah. She done put a lot of drinks in my face. Tell me how that thing tastes. Now sweeter than you, baby. I got them drinks that all night. We about to turn up all night, and we about to take a flight. Let's go ahead and throw that pussy all on me. All up on me. I will fuck you dirty until the morning. I will make you screaming on your favorite positions. Put you on the team. Fuck all the opposition. Just depend on me, baby. I give it to you daily. Hit it like your last man did it. I will sing it. I section ladies potty, get a little bit of naughty. Nobody get in our way, cause we're about to get this started. A little bit to no space, and my hand on her waist. And the music got the bass, feel that wave on her face, yeah. Section ladies potty, get a little bit of naughty. Nobody get in our way, cause we're about to get this started. A little bit to no space, and my hand on her waist. And the music got the bass, feel that wave on her face, yeah. You gon' feel the bass, and I can't feel my face. This shit ain't a race, so baby, go at your own pace. I can never fuck with 12, but I got 2 12s in the trunk. You can come with me, baby, we skirting in that Bentley truck. We lit, Sherbert, it's stank. You can call me JP Morgan, cause I'm chasing all this pain. Blue honey, she want it, she get it, I'm on it. She like to take pills in abundance, she like to take off in that Rari. It's my song, my song, my song. Bumping in this club, she gon' act up, act up, act up. Leaning off that activist. She with me and we turn up. That boy want smoke, he'll get rolled up. PG with me, he can know. Fuck security, this ain't no pause. Section ladies potty, get a little bit of naughty. Nobody get in our way, cause we're about to get this started. A little bit to no space, and my hand on her waist. And the music got the bass, feel that wave on her face, yeah. Section ladies potty, get a little bit of naughty. Nobody get in our way, cause we're about to get this started. A little bit to no space, and my hand on her waist. And the music got the bass.
That was a nice record.
Yeah, PG Brown, he's coming next week to the show.
Definitely tune in. That was a nice record. Where's he from?
I don't fucking know. Well, these motherfuckers, man. You always want to know where somebody's from. Like, yo, let me get your address.
Yeah, right? Let me get your address. You know,
Let me see what you
no,
repping. Yeah.
I like to know because based on where they're from, I may be able to, you know,
Link up with some,
yeah,
exactly.
or know somebody who's out there that can do it.
Karen Biden says Louisiana. She's mad at me.
Okay, she on point, man. But I love her because she keeps it real. Like when she tunes in on the show,
the whole time
she be like 3, I'm falling asleep. This is terrible, the original. But she's like, I would love to get her on that show.
Yo, let me tell you, man, Karen Biden, she's out there. She's doing her thing. Shout out to Sedan. You got a sound. He's in Texas now. He's part of Steady Grind. Okay. She said the curse word. All right. Steady Grind is a curse word to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, I'll ask you that when I interview one.
Oh, hell to the nah.
Hell to the yeah. Like, all right, so Dave Hernandez, aka Mr. Traffic Light. So yeah, we're gonna do the fast round, huh? Turn it on you.
That word? No one's doing that. No one's doing that. I think even like Shorty from Iron Throne was scared. She was like, "Yo, nah." She was like,
nah.
Yo,
this is what we do.
So, you know, if you guys are just tuning in, Candy SolidCircle has been around for a long time. So many shows, so many places, so many co-host type of situations. Now, you know, what do you think is next for you?
Bigger platform. My goal is to get to a bigger platform, so I can keep my word to continue to help artists get heard. But I have to learn, I have to grow, you know, to be able to make, you know, to bring on those type of services. So, yeah.
Karen Biden says her own show. You know, what's really crazy? I would.
God. I'm gonna show you. Hold on. So, shout out to Nick, right?
Yeah.
So, I know that everybody's been missing the show, which I am gonna start my show back in October. I'm just trying to tweak it and do things a little differently. But he actually bought me this like soundboard thing to start off the show. He bought me a mic and everything. And shout out to you for investing in getting me an iRig as well. I have my light ring going. So I'm finally getting all the things that I need to make a successful show.
Okay.
So it's coming.
Yo.
Again.
Her own show.
Yeah, again.
Yeah, I tell you, like people don't understand. There's no co-host like Candy. You know what I mean? If I did something and something popped off, yo, we out.
Yeah, just like that.
Like, get the crib. Make sure your son is taken care of, fam's taken care of, and then we about to do this thing. They fucking done. They are done. I'm sorry.
I know.
I'm sorry. They don't understand. They don't understand. Anyways, shout out to Candy SolidCircle in the building. So we're talking about what's next. We're talking about what's going on right now. If artists wanted to get heard on the new show that you're on, what is the process and what are some setbacks that the artists would probably put themselves through?
Elaborate. Explain a little more.
So right now, if somebody wanted to get on the new movement, what's the process to get on there? And, you know, what are some setbacks that the artist could probably fuck their situation up?
All right, so how you can get played on the New Movement Live. We air out every Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time on DJ Drewski's YouTube channel. You submit your music to thenewmid.com, thenewmbmt.com. It is a fee to get you played, and you don't get played instantly. You actually get a date on when your record will be played. So a lot of artists, they get impatient, they get upset, and they're like, oh, I thought I was supposed to be played, but I said, but did you check the date your record was supposed to be played? Oh, I didn't know. Oh, because you didn't read. So now you've already spoke out, you wrote on, the Instagram, like, oh, they didn't play my record, da da da. But all you had to do was just read the date your record will be reviewed, and there would have been no problem. So that could make us a little irritated prior to playing your record because you didn't read. You've already spoke too much. So now we're looking at you like, all right, well, you've already spoke too much. So, okay, cool. You gotta be careful about what you say and how you react to certain things.
It's so crazy because it's like I fell into this situation too as a host that sometimes I'm probably a little gassed. I can't really figure out these words, but sometimes dealing with a diva artist is can be hurtful too. And I'm just letting you know, like, I'm not perfect. The system is not perfect, but communication is a big deal. It's a big deal. It goes both ways. If I have a email and it's, what's like an instant reply, then read that instant reply because it's probably going to give you the answers that you want. If I haven't hit you up in a day or two and we're talking about doing an interview in a few hours, like what happened to the day or two,
Right.
Like I knew that we was good because you know how it is. You know what I'm saying? Like me and you, like we just busy like that. So it's kind of like, yeah, we set a date. We're good. We finally did it, right? Because that's all we had to do. Well, that's all we had to do. We just had to set a date. And everything else just was pieces. But for some reason, artists and even managers or anybody like that, they forget that other people have lives too, Yes. And I'm not about to just. I'm gonna give you guys 100 when we have the time, but I'm not about to give you 100 all the time. I'm not about to do that. There's a very big difference there. I'm sorry, I can't spoil you. I'm sorry, you got issues. Like I believe that artists that think like that have issues.
Or contacting you at 3 a.m, like, hey, not even hey, yo, can you listen to my record? I'm just dropping this. Let me know what you think. All right, it's 3 a.m. You didn't even ask me, hello, how are you? Give me an introduction. You said, yo. I don't even answer to the messages that say yo. Yo. Who are you? Why should I listen to you? What have you gave me a reason to listen to you? I'm yo. That irks me.
So 3 a.m, we've crossed borders. You know what I mean? Like we've crossed borders. Hopefully the cat didn't. He wasn't on the East Coast.
New York.
Oh. I'm trying. You see, I'm trying to find a way for artists to understand. Like, I get it. Like, it's 3 a.m, but it's 3 p.m. where you're at. But
that's understandable. Like, we know that. But when you on the East Coast and we got the same time, there's no reason to be hitting me up at 3 a.m.
That's ridiculous. That's actually disrespectful. That's actually disrespectful.
It is. It is. It is.
I know you probably had some disrespectful ass shit hit up. Like, bro.
Yeah. Yes, I have. But you live and you grow.
Oh my God.
And in the beginning stages, I used to talk back. I used to respond. But then I realized, and here we go with Nick again, Nick SolidCircle, shout out to him. He used to tell me, like, not everything always deserves a response. Sometimes you just gotta ignore it continue and keep going, and eventually they'll get tired of arguing with themselves, and eventually they'll fall off. You know what I mean? So now I just ignore all that stuff. Whatever anybody wants to say, just ignore it.
It's so crazy, man. A lot of people don't have that, like a person to call, a person to responding. That's luck and that's love too, because a lot of people they try to figure this shit out by themselves. And sometimes they have the advice written in front of them and they still don't take it. That's the part that really sucks. If you guys are just tuning in, or guys been here for a long time and you guys got questions for Candy, please hit us up in the chat real quick. I'm sure that she's getting a little busy and it's like, yo, but
no, I'm not busy.
Oh, okay. See, I knew it. This is a new one from Drex.
Listen, man, don't follow no trends. Right. Give them you, man.
Heart to heart.
Always be you. Give them your heart. Once the people fall in love with you, they'll always rock with you. Yo, this a heart to heart right now. Never scared to let the gas squeeze. Never. The problem ain't a gun, it's the fact that we can't breathe. You make moves, niggas scared to make. You start eating, lame niggas wanna eat on your plate. It feels good when you're delegating, chefing up steaks. And when the load get heavy, you carry the weight. Boss mentality, I ride through the richest neighborhood so I can attract that in my reality. I'm trying to elevate from wages to the salary. I'm a king just trying to get the castle big. Learn from my losses, wins get more chatter. Even though the wind's low, family is what matters. My bar's real high, still need more data. I'm Jacob with the blessings, I still need that ladder. Follow your intuition, sometimes you gotta get a near-death experience so your heart will start to listen. Pay attention when the God teach, cause out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak.
This is Dress. Giving you heart to heart.
Always fire.
Shout out to Drex. Always
right?
with that content.
I'm telling you. But I tell you, did he ever submit over there?
No. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting for a lot of the artists. Like there's a few, but I'm still waiting for certain ones to submit over so it could get heard broader. You know what I mean?
Bro, you need the funds. Yeah, like the fuck, man. Like the hell.
Like
we right here. We right here.
I think a lot of times they get confused because there's a free line and there's a review line. Yeah. The free line gets heard, on the downtime. You know what I mean? But it doesn't get reviewed on air. The review is what you want because you're getting it from people whose ears should be listening. Like you need, like you said, I don't think some of the artists do research on certain people, so to them it's just like, oh
my god.
I always say I'm here, I'm gonna grow to help the artists get heard, but it's up to the artist to take that step. I mean, shout out to It's Nice, that's in the live.
Yeah.
He had his record played a few times on Hot, and that wasn't my doing, that was his doing, that was It's Nice doing. By staying consistent, I mean, he's been submitting to that show for over a year straight, every Monday. Until he caught one that caught the attention and got played.
Oh my God. I'm so mad right now. But anyways, shout out to everybody listening. How do we work so hard for motherfuckers not to take us serious? Cause I feel like, and maybe you probably feel a different level of this, but for us, we are working for those type of artists. Like we're working that hard for that type of artist.
Mm-hmm.
I'm right here, or I know a guy, or I can. I always present artists that kind of like very serious, I'm not the middle guy. I'll give you the number. I'll give you the access. And then, boom. You do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to miss a phone call. I don't want to be an email. I don't want to be responsible for the communication that you're supposed to have. We're not at that level yet, right? Where I'm talking to lawyers, I'm talking to a representative. We're not at that level yet. But when we get there and I'm out of reach, I don't need the bullshit behind it because you had the access before. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
No, absolutely. And also, man, like, shout out to Sketty on the beat. See, like, these people, we've been rocking with each other for a long time. So shout out to Sketty and It's Nice. They created a new Movement Live theme song. Drewski heard 10 seconds of it and said, this is it. And now that is used for our intro song. Anything to do, that's the record that's being played. So shout out to Sketty and It's Nice for that. But like I said, you never know what opportunity may happen unless you take it.
Bro, I'm so mad right now. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I can tell because you're starting to sweat.
Stop. Just fucking.
No. Oh.
Stop fucking with me. Candy in the building, man. If you guys ain't got no questions for Candy, y'all crazy, man. This is the time. This is probably the only place she's gonna be that 100 until it's like her own, world and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But
They can follow me on the gram. You guys can follow me on the gram at Candy_SolidCircle. As far as like if I have any events coming up, any shows, all that stuff will be posted. I rock with more heavier with Instagram than I do Facebook when it comes to networking, because you can see your insights. You can find out to see what you're doing is actually working or where the areas you have to work in.
Yeah.
Because once you have a business account on Instagram, you can actually figure out all the things that you need to do to make a successful page, to make sure your reaches are going out. So that's where they can, follow me on there and contact me for certain services. That's up there. I will be probably having a showcase in the mid-October. I'm going to be starting that soon again. A little different. Obviously, due to COVID, I'm going to have a little different, but I'm going to add some opportunities in there to get an interview by somebody that I know who works at Hot. So that will definitely help the unsigned artists as well. So I got a couple things up going on. I just get to wait for the flyer to drop.
Big shout out to that. Shout out to everybody listening. Candy's always on the move, always doing things. This showcase, damn. You're about to do this showcase, man. There's about to be a lot of people involved. I'm telling you. Y'all keep thinking this is not a game. She's telling y'all now. October. Save your fucking, what's that? The child that new shit that they just handing us. What's that called? The child credit? Yeah, just. You don't do your taxes, bro? Like,
I do, but just,
the earned income credit with the kid. Like, save that.
Oh, I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, and especially my showcases are not expensive. Like, they are really reasonable, but you get so much for it. I just need the artists to attend, and they can see what type of opportunities they will have there. Even if it's coming across somebody that you have to network with, that person will be in the building. You know what I mean? So trust me, it's coming. And what was you laughing for?
I'm laughing because I think I got an accountant in the damn chat. She's like, EIC, earned income credit. They roasted me. My people's roast me all day, man. This is like. Big shout out to everybody listening. Candy SolidCircle in the building. Follow her on that Instagram, Candy_SolidCircle. So what's with this album you were supposed to drop, but it never happened?
Oh wait, the mixtape?
Yeah, no, you had a whole album. You was gonna spit bars.
That had to be on back end right now.
You dropping a mixtape? Are you dropping a mixtape with artists?
Yes. So this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to create a project where I can get artists on records on the mixtape and kind of just make it where they can I don't know how to explain, but I would do one record on there. I would have an artist feature with me. Kind of like, remember how like Angie Martinez, how she started out?
Yeah.
How she had an album, you know, she had a book. Like literally people can really get to know who you are by these things. You know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of people, they know what I do, but they don't truly know what I've been through to get here right now, or, you know, stuff like that. So I feel like I have a story that needs to be told. Like
Sketty's like, I'm still waiting for her, bro.
I know. Yo, he got so mad at me one day. He was like, Candy, you're supposed to come to the studio and this. And I already told him like what type of record I want and everything. And I got you, Sketty. It's just one thing at a time. And I feel like
just go. Just go.
I know. I gotta do it.
That's it. What the fuck? Just go. It's not even that serious.
It's not.
Fuck around.
Right.
Fuck around and they keep you in there for a minute and you probably come out with a hit. You don't even know. Like, you don't even know.
It's a possibility, but I'm really not trying to be an artist though. Like, I don't mind.
I feel
artist
it.
Development, you know, and stuff like that. But to be an artist, like, that's like not my thing.
Oh man, shout out to that. Shout out to my boy. No, we cannot redeem spit bars for Candy. So they got this thing on Twitch that as you get points for watching for so long, right? And they're on Twitch right now. They're like, yo, I want to redeem spit bars. So you could redeem an amount of points. Like, I got all these points and I'm going to redeem this prize. So one of the prizes is that I spit bars for like 5 minutes. And they're trying to redeem bars for you right now. And I'm like, nah, yo, can't put up.
Well, how about this? Yes, because you're a lyricist, right?
Yeah,
so how about you spit them for both of us?
What? Hell to the nah. You don't do this. All right, I'll do that.
You know, like, you'll be like, da-da-da-da, Candy SolidCircle, what, yo? Da-da-da-da. Like, you know how you do?
I don't know how I do. I don't spit bars.
Yes, you do. At the end of all your shows, before you're about to close out, you put that song on, and then you spit bars.
She said, why the hell not? Why? Because Candy can't spit bars.
Not an artist at all.
She gotta... Somebody just redeem spit bars. Oh, y'all serious right now?
Yes.
He ain't no DJ.
Let's bring out the mean chorus.
He sure acts like one. Traffic light. Traffic light is spitting everybody. Send those tracks in now.
I should have turned those off because you can't do that with a guest. Does she have unlimited?
Like said.
What Sketty
He
said?
said I could do the ad lib. So
do the ad lib. Okay.
I'm like, pop out, you know.
Somebody said Sketty got a beat.
Yeah, he does. Sketty, I don't know if you want to send those beats that you sent me, but one of them was
what we doing?
One of Dave's tone, a little low key, slow vibe.
She fucking knows my style and shit. Yo, shut up. The fuck? Shout out to everybody listening. That's my homegirl. It's not even that serious.
I know. You don't have to. But,
no. I have to.
You are a lyricist.
Hold on, let me see.
Sketty about to send you a beat.
She said, what this guess? Now, if you want, no, don't make it a double. I can't right now, man.
Bill Williams beats.
I'm
waiting, Sketty. I'm waiting.
What? All right. Dave's about to go in. He about to freestyle.
There you go.
Know what to say.
There you go. I mean,
purchase your tracks today.
Come on.
Nah. Everybody in the back, come to the front. Everybody in the back, come to the front.
Let's go. Up here.
Y'all gotta listen to me. Look. Yo. Half of my song is already over, the thing is over clear. Things that I've been doing for years, they don't even hold on to things that I try to do. Where's my tears? I don't even know where the fact of fictions came from. I don't even know if I'm really that number one, but number two came through the window. Gotta go, cause I really... What?
Oh.
It's just a flow. It's just a flow. It's
I know.
It's not that serious.
You heard me though? I was in the background.
Yeah.
You know, I was saying, oh, and you know.
This is your fault. Oh my God. I wasn't even supposed to do that. So okay, Sketty on the Beat just sent me something. Shout out to Sketty on the Beat. Sketty, drop that website. There's so many artists in the building.
Sketty, what you cooking?
Yeah.
Ready?
No. It's a fire beat, hold on. I'm trying to catch it. Yeah.
Sketty, what you cooking?
Drop that site. Shout out to everybody listening. Sketty on the beat right here. Candy SolidCircle on the check-in. I'm trying to be a host with the most. They don't understand. I like. What? I'm trying to be a host with the most. They don't understand. I don't really. I don't know what I'm saying. My fun. I'm trying to be old. Yeah. I'm trying to catch it. I'm sorry.
Maybe it's too slow.
Top rope, did it again. Sometimes I brought a couple of friends. They wanna act so damn real. They know they playing pretend. Sorry that this not go your way. This that QS to the SJ. This that QS to the SJ. My bad. Repeat. There go DCs. Sometimes alright doesn't come with the EP. So motherfuckers wanna hold on, let go. This is how this is going with the flow. Sometimes I didn't want the bars to come out, but sometimes gotta let it go. I remember that beef that I had with the dude from the UK. He's here in the chat. Everybody knows that I got the ticket. You know I had to say that. Back, this, do's this, remix. Who's this? Candy, take over the verse, cause I can't live life rehearse. I try to tell him, but woo.
He's trying to take me. I don't really know what I was spitting. Nobody really.
Yo!
Mad love.
That's it. That's all you gotta say, right? Smell love. Got that Sketty on the beat like, yo. I got that Sketty on the beat like, yo. Sketty, what you cooking? Yeah. One more time. I just wanna sing. I just wanna sing. No. We're not doing that shit.
He ain't no DJ.
Send me another one.
Sure acts like one. Traffic light is spitting everybody. Send those tracks in now.
He sent another one.
Yo, Eastside Prince just gave me a $5 donation to the Cash App. Send me a whole damn link. We'll get that on here in a second. I wasn't even expecting that kind of shit.
You think so?
This is it. Eastside Prince Cataracts.
I love you, Poppy.
Let's see how it goes.
Line 'em up. People ain't seeing me, all the
claim cataracts. Chief in this, green in the modern day Cadillac. Beating it, seating it, pop like a firecrack. Beating this, be like it, call me a rat. I got cheese in my jeans while my sandwich gets standard. I gotta leave it to be my own pause in the lag. I can't keep it a secret, I'm on like a daddy. You're thinking, but reader was more like a rap. Okay, thought it was a plane, flyed in the bug, so to keep a little change. Got a problem doing drugs, I'm an evil little man who ain't gotta show you love. I got demons on the brain, swept it in the mama's rug. Try sleeping in the rain, but the water wanted nothing, rather see it. Up on the plug, had to heat.
Shout to Holly in the chat.
The mug got a leader in the fold, about to pour it in the cold. Pulling on the flavor, but the mill out and fade away. Somebody catch a favor, trying to play them on my bed today. Coming from Latonia, so Atlanta's not a day away. The ladder, then I'm climbing, made a paper plane that flew off. Look at how your boy got through off. Boy, you better move like you all. Softer than them girls at school. Cool. I'm jumping in the water that pool. All around the world, they want smoking out the Holy Ghost. You got a younger one, don't let them grow up in a broken home. Wetting like a forehead in the courtroom, hope the jury out. So let me through the door inside the party before I burn it down. Turn around and see a flame throw at your head, man. What they found later on for sure it was a dead man. Kick it in the fifth gear like switches. Anyone can see that I'm with it. Stick it. People ain't seeing me, or they claim cataracts. Chief in this, green in the modern day Cadillac. Beating it, seating it, pop like a firecrack. Beating this, be like it, call me a rat. I got cheese in my.
Shout out to Charles in the building. Charles, what up?
My own pause in the lag. I can't.
Springfield, send that.
More like a daddy, you're thinking, but reader was more like a rap. People ain't seeing me, or they claim cataracts. Chief in this, green in the modern day Cadillac. Beating it, seating it, pop like a firecrack. Beating this, be like it, call me a rat. I got cheese in my jeans while my sandwich gets standard. I gotta leave it to be my own pause in the lag. I can't keep it a secret, I'm on like a daddy. You're thinking, but reader was more like a rap. Hey, rotten to.
Shout out to Eastside Prince on that one, man. What do you think?
Of the record?
Yeah.
It was cool. It was cool. You know, I feel like to keep it 100, like there were certain parts that were a lot stronger than others, and it was like a separation between the lyric part and the actual beat. So it didn't pull me in. Like, it didn't pull me in because the stuff that you were spitting, it didn't sound believable. Like, it just sounded like you're reading from a piece of paper. Like, I feel like if you would have went back and put some actual like feeling into the lyrics, it would have connected the beat with the flow, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I think it was cool. Where's he from?
I don't know.
You know, I just said that because
I know, because they just send links.
My thing is this, right? So the reason why I used to be so on like wanting to know these things is because if I teach marketing and branding and I come across somebody that's dope, I want to be able to promote you. You know what I mean? But if you just send me a link, I don't know anything about you unless, you know how like YouTube, how you have the options to add the extra information? Do you know that's where I go to see if they actually add their Instagram, at their Twitter, all that stuff? That's how I can find them. But a lot of times that section be blank. No hashtags. Hashtags works for YouTube.
Yo, it does.
So that area should be with hashtags. It should have all your social media information at the bottom of YouTube. Like,
he says, I need help with all of that. He's from East Atlanta. He's talking a lot in the chat. I'm listening totally to what you're talking about. So yeah, man, that's what we that's the purpose. That's the purpose, right, for you to just understand. So I wanna emphasize on the hashtagging for people. It's not like to make you look cool. It's a discovery method. If you're talking about love in this track, then people are looking up love all the time. No lie. People look up love all the time, and you can probably catch somebody's eye at that instance. Now, you got to understand, love is probably going to be looked at 3 million times in a second, so you're probably not going to get caught, but you can catch somebody's eyes because somebody's looking for love. These are discovery methods. That's and I want people to understand that. It's not to make you look cool or anything like that. It's just to end up in somebody's feed. Like some of the things that I follow on Instagram is podcasting. I want to make sure that I get better at this stuff. You know, I'm not the best, so I want to see how people are doing, what's working for them. So I follow the podcast. So sometimes I end up with random ass shit on podcasts, but they hashtagged podcast, so it shows up on my feed. I'm just one of many people that follow the podcast. It's just a discovery thing. I just want people to understand it's not to make you look cool, like hashtag your shit, because I just now found out that Mad Love got over 1,000 posts in a month. So that wasn't there the whole time. It was like less than 100 at one time. Now every time you hashtag Mad Love, the 1,000+ post shows up. So congratulations, you guys made me popping. Like, but
need a bomb, some clapping hands.
Oh my God, chick. Easy. There you go. God.
No, but it's true though. Like that's what I do too. Like I follow a lot of hashtags that are beneficial. So whenever they post something, it pops up on my feed, and I'm like, oh, this is dope. Oh, okay, who's this? Like, it really does help. Like I met a lot of people through hashtags and connected with, because
Holly's over here is like, make a signature in your email that you use for sending music, and one and done, and it's there every time. Yes. So on my emails, if I reply to you, you will see my social medias and my phone numbers and my email. I just emailed you from the email, but I still sent you a signature with my email. For some reason, I don't know why, but if you can't contact me, I don't know. It's in my contacts. I gave you my social media. I gave you my phone number. I gave you a hashtag to follow. Like, that's what I do, you know. And I.
it's definitely there.
Right? You see it?
Yeah,
right?
because when you sent me the link for today's show, at the bottom left corner, it tells all your information.
Yeah. So it's there. It's a signature. It does work. That way is always there.
Yeah. And it looks professional too.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Maybe they waiting for a social. Lori, she catching on. Shout to everybody listening. Tune in to QSTradio.com. I'm the Unsung Artist. Yeah, sending links is kind of like a pastime. But it's always going to be there. I mean, I get it. And I think I'll talk to you about this in the beginning, where it's like the new artists that coming out, they're using old ways. You know, when somebody says utilize social media, they're not telling you to spam everybody's feed with your songs. They're not doing that. When you're utilizing social media to benefit you, what are some tactics that you've seen work for artists?
Let's see. Visuals, eye-catching visuals, short, less than 60 seconds, something that's going to get your attention. I have to say video footage, like videos, you know what I mean? Like something video footage, something that's eye to the, candy to the eye, like something that I've seen work. Also laying out whatever information they're putting at the bottom of the post, laying it out in a way where there's not too many words, it's straight to the point. Everything that I need, boom, it's right there. Things that I've seen that hurt artists is when they've tagged the same people over and over and over, and not a different record, in the same record, over and over and over. I've already seen it once, but then I guess they feel that they need to re-tag you in the next post with the same record. That I've noticed, I've actually unfollowed a lot of people from that, because it's too many repetitive. I could see if it's a different record, but it's the same one.
It's so crazy that, some people be like, yo, where you been? Like, I've been unfollowing you. That's what I've been wanting to say. Like, I've been good. I've been just unfollowing you. And it's not even like things that, if you want to engage, if you want to talk about what's going on, if you want to do that, then I think that's fine. I just think that you're putting yourself in a position where your fans are going to look at you different. I've seen it happen to so many people, especially with the verified check mark, that you know, they tell you something, and their fans, they're literally in there like so disappointed. And I'm telling you, it's different when it's fans. Now, you might think that we're just talking, we don't know social media and all that, but I'm on LinkedIn, right? I'm on LinkedIn, and that's a whole different vibe, all right? I mean, corporate mind state, everything. And there is literally a whole bunch of people on there that will tell you you need to have a social media calendar. You don't need to be in there crazy, but you need to have the right time and date which works for you to post.
Yes.
And it could be a picture, it could be visuals, as she's saying, it could be a status, but you really need to pay attention to that stuff, because I do see it sometimes, even people with so many followers, that they'll have like a lesser impact once they do certain things. So yes, have a social media calendar. And that thing with the tagging, man, ever since they created that shit.
Ugh.
Oh my
And then
God.
every time they share it in groups, like if they share it in say 20 groups, you get 20 notifications that it's going in all these groups. Like, to me, that's just, it's unnecessary, because it's like you're forcing people to listen to your music. So there's other ways to go on about. Like, you can contact somebody in their even DM and say, hey, I'm such and such, I'm out of Jersey, here is my new single. When you get a chance, could you please listen? I appreciate anything you say, and send a link or whatever.
Yeah.
I will respect that, because now you're not being pushy. You introduced yourself. Now I know who you are. Oh, here's an Instagram. Let me go to his Instagram. Oh, all right. So like, there's ways, you know what I mean, to get attention. But when you're OD, like too much of repetitive of the same thing, that just drives me crazy. I've even had to block some artists from my email, because they were sending me the same record over. Like,
I got a dude that's been sending me the same song for 10 years. I swear. I swear it's the same song for 10 years. But I got mad love for that kid, so I just let it rock, you know what I mean? Same song, I swear.
But does it sound good?
It's not even a remix. Nah.
Oh. Mad love.
Sketty. Mad love.
Steady, what you cooking?
That's all you gotta say, I swear.
Yeah.
Aight, Sketty. You tell them to send some beat stuff, so. Ooh.
You got to feel it.
That's what we doing?
Let's go.
I don't know how to rap.
Keep at the rock.
There it is.
SQSJ radio on the one. I'm the one. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. Except on my bars. I don't know.
It's a nice beat right there.
It is.
Jeez, Sketty, how long you been doing this thing? Wow.
Shout out to Sketty.
Yo, man.
Shout out to everybody that's tuned in right now, too.
Yeah, man, everybody. If you guys could do me a favor, Candy loves doing this shit, so I'm gonna just do it right now. Can you just place where you're from in the chat? It's just tell everybody where you're from in the chat. State, country, time zone, whatever. Please don't leave area codes. Google does not work fast for me no more. Big shout out to She Loves Tattoos, says her eyebrows are great.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Fucking serious.
I love it. Shout out to everybody that's tuned in today. It was definitely dope
Steady,
vibes.
what you cooking?
She's like, mine look like two angry caterpillars. Not mine, hers. I was like,
What you cooking?
so we got New Jersey, Jersey's in here. Okay. Make sure you guys let us know. Let us know where you guys at. Jersey? Damn, everybody's from Jersey? got Chicago, but QSJ will tell folks I'm from Australia. True story. New Jersey's in here. VA's in here. Virginia. Everybody else is sleeping.
I'm getting hungry too.
United Kingdom is in here. Stokesy. I tell you, you want some angry people in your life? Get Stokesy in your life. Fucking swear to God. Hampton is in the building. What's up, Chris? VA's in here.
All love, man.
It's all love, but it's fucking true. God damn, Stokesy. Sheesh.
See, I know. I'm hungry too.
Patterson is in here. I put the beat up 3 hours later. It was sold. Oh, sheesh.
Nice.
I sent the song in. Baby, like, oh, really? Is from I sent the song in. Okay. So we're live all over the place. We're live on Twitch. We're live on Facebook. We're live on YouTube. So the demographic is all over the place. Make sure you guys check out Candy SolidCircle. If you guys are artists and you guys not following Candy right now, I don't know what to tell you. Like the situations that I was in, or I, you know, my job kept me at a state, right? It just kept me there. And, you know, we do the travels, we'll connect with people and stuff like that. I know Candy could tell people straight up, like, the people that Dave Hernandez knows, you guys are fucking up if you're not fucking with Dave Hernandez. Am I crazy?
Yo, I always used to say that. Because I used to literally tune in your show, and I still do, and I literally take notes. Like, the information that you provide to the artists is facts, and it's things that they should know. In this business, I've noticed, like, people say you gotta have tough skin, which is true, but you also have to have knowledge. Like, you can't step into this career or business without knowing anything about it. It's more than just making music. It's more than just traveling. It's more, you got to really know the inside. And I learned a lot from you. So that's what I'm saying. Like, watching you, I learned a lot about terms and how things work and, you know, how to format a song. Like, I've learned a lot of stuff from you.
Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Even when you get mad and all that too, like,
when I get mad is like the biggest learning lesson, I think.
Oh, I know. Because when you used to get mad and then drop the bomb, we already knew that you were about to go in. Like, I turned the volume up. I sit there and I'm like, yo, he about to go in. Like, you know, I want to listen to what you have to say. Because I know you were talking about somebody and you used to go in on me too, though. But there was times where I needed it and you did those and said those things because you cared. You know what I mean?
See,
so that's
and that's a lot too, because yeah, there were times that I would be like super mad at you, but it's like not mad like I'd be mad at Stokesy or something. Like Stokesy, you know, we go back.
Man, those are the days.
Yo, for real, right? The early days. Oh my gosh. No, but yeah, I appreciate that. And it's so crazy because now that you're involved heavily in these situations, and we call it that because I can't really tell everybody so much of what you're into. They really got to follow you. They really got to get to know you. They really got to understand what, or you know, and it got to be vice versa. And to hear that you're in those situations and you're like, fucking Dave told me that shit.
Yes.
Or, fuck, like, he's been telling us this shit forever. And you know what's crazy is that Drake said the same thing a few times, and he's like, I don't want to admit it though, But fucking QS. Listen, we've learned from so many. Holly, LP, we've learned from so many. We've learned from the producer's aspect to the writer's aspect to the DJ's aspect. The information is right there in front of them. And yeah, I get it. Some of you guys don't know and you're just starting off, but it's the ones that have super talent and they've been riding with us for a long time, and then they still just doing the same thing.
Yes, staying still, and I don't understand why. I think we spoke about. I actually came to you and I asked you. Remember, I was like, "Why is it that now that I could provide and help more than what I could before, but for the talented artists that were there, are not meeting that end now?"
Yeah,
like, you know what I
said
mean?
that.
Like,
Yeah, you said that earlier.
I was
Where it's
confused.
like, how am I grinding heavier than you?
Yeah.
Like that doesn't make sense. I'm just me. You know what I'm saying? It's not. My position is my goals are to be in a position to set you guys up. And if we know each other for a very long time, you should already be in a position to know and then to actually set yourself up as well. And you're not. And I think I went way too far with that. But if I'm grinding heavier than you, there's a problem. Maybe you're not built for this. A lot of people say that. I seen the big man Drewski say that all the time. Maybe you're not built for this. I know his schedule was crazy. I know that it was nuts trying to get him to hit you back on the emails. One of the biggest things, and I seen this in the video at that showcase that you guys had, was none of this can happen if it wasn't for Candy. That's something that came out of Drewski's mouth. Remember that. I remember that. None of this can happen. None of this. Everybody, Candy basically put this shit together, right? I'm just a name. And it was like, I think one of his first ones that he was actually running, right? Versus him being a guest at somewhere. And you had to put that all together. People don't understand the struggles of that. People don't understand the struggles of that. Because you would think, right? I think you said this, like, you would think that celebrities got it all together, but they're as human as we are.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, like when you look at them and you see that they're here, they're there, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing that. I'm like, damn, like, when do you sleep? You know what I mean? But they're so dedicated and they're so, and they love what they do that they make sure they're there. He has never not done a show. Remember that time? I don't know if you guys got snow, but we got hit with a really bad snowstorm out in Jersey where we were like snowed in for a while.
Yeah.
Do you know that he still drove to the studio and still did a show while we were home? Because I couldn't make it. So he was dedicated to still put on the show.
With no snowplow.
Well, not just drove. That thing was in the middle of the door on the second day and it kept snowing.
Nah. I'm staying.
So that's why. Yeah,
I'm
like,
dedicated. I'm dedicated to that shit. But damn, I love my life too, though.
I have a little like car, so my shit was definitely not like going anywhere.
I still remember
that's
that. Yeah, it's nice as I remember that.
Yeah, we were like snowed in, so that's why when certain artists be like, "Oh, I can't make it because my car broke down," or "Okay, there's Uber, there's a Lyft." You know what I mean? Like when it comes to excuses, like to me, I just look at them differently now.
So, yeah, and don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted, but life does happen.
Sure
right?
does.
Life does happen, and it's not like that we don't want to believe you. It's just like unfortunate. I think one of those situations. Who was it that kept traveling over there, even though they weren't even in the state, they weren't performing or anything? Well, you had an artist that constantly came to just catch vibes. I forgot who it was.
Who was that?
Maybe from
Because there's a
Connecticut.
few artists, maybe Connecticut. Because there was a few artists that would just pop out of the blues, like, oh, I just came to visit. What's up? See what's up. And I'm like, damn, like,
Don't you live in
You know?
Connecticut? Like,
but
Yeah.
it's dope though. It's definitely dope. I hope, hopefully after this whole COVID stuff, I mean, hopefully if it decides to go away, I would definitely love to like really start meeting some people.
gotta love the homie Sketty. He was like, day off. That's the artist that.
Day off.
Yes.
That's it. Yes.
Gotta love fucking Sketty. This is why.
Thanks, Getty.
Yo.
Yes, he drove and he came with 10 people. And I told him, and we had DJ Mr. C that night. And I'm like, listen, Mr. C is not that person. You know what I mean? I said, but go and ask him. Nah, that's okay. I just came out to support and have a good time. My record doesn't have to be played. Like, it was just like, he just came out. Like, It was just dope.
That's a long ass drive just to chill. I swear.
Yeah, like he did that a few times.
Shout to Day Off. Do I got any Day Off music? Let me see.
Yes, Wavy.
Wavy.
Wavy, yeah. He performs too at Dolce's as well. And the Cookout. Yeah, he came up a few times. Damn.
Do I got it?
You should. I submitted to your show quite a few times. If not, they have it on YouTube.
That ain't it. That ain't it, people. Shout out to everybody listening. He said Wavy.
Man, that's a good song. Yeah, it's called Wavy.
Let me see.
Maybe go to my email and just type it in. It'll probably pop up.
Big shout out to everybody listening. Yo, did Sketty just send me another beat? The hell? What the hell? He did.
He did.
What does this sound like? Sounds fire. Yo, we've been talking a minute.
Yo, we've been on this since 8 o'clock. It's 11.
Nah, but you know how we do though.
Alright.
This shit is. Oh, he sent me one. He sent me one. He knew what he was doing. There's a lot coming off.
That's a nice beat.
For real. You at the crib, right?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't gotta drive to this shit. Nah, let me get a free. Look, these freaking mods, man. They want me to spit bars again. No, I gotta go to sleep.
Shoot, you gotta go to sleep. I gotta go eat.
So let's close this out. Big shout out to everybody listening. Candy SolidCircle in the building. Follow her on that Instagram, Candy_SolidCircle. What up, man? I know we hit a lot of like advice points and stuff like that, and most of it has to do with the presentation of their music, right? You made the art, definitely. You probably got to mix it up. You probably got to, make sure there's metadata. You probably got to do this. You probably got to do that. But now it's different when you can take a situation for an artist and make it one of their biggest milestones. what is some advice that that you would give to these artists as they start presenting themselves not only to you but to some of your colleagues?
Keep going. Don't be afraid. Keep going, and when things get rough and things get rocky in life, because that's life, you got to find a way to keep going. Whatever it is, you got to keep going, because the only person that can stop you from getting to where you want to be is yourself. You can't blame it on things. You can't blame it on people. It's you. So don't give up. Keep going, and fight through the hardest. When the times get tough, that's when you have to fight through the hardest to get to where you have to go. Don't give up. And read as much as you can. Read as much as you can. You know what I mean? Educate yourself so you can grow, because more things happen in your lifetime was when you grow. You can't learn or gather information being in a comfortable setting. So never give up. Keep going.
So what you eating?
I don't know yet. I was thinking about either heating up a Hot Pocket or making a sandwich.
Yo, big pleasure having you on here, Candy. We're probably gonna do this again. People don't understand, like, we talk to each other all the time. It's been a while since we talked to each other this long. Right. But it's always music, it's always love. I had to be a little personal with you. I hope you didn't get offended with that, but you know, no. we kind of friends, you know what I mean? And people need to understand.
We are friends.
Yeah.
No, kinda. Shoulda, woulda. It's for friends.
Okay, we're friends. That's my homegirl in the building. Candy SolidCircle, big pleasure. I really don't. I don't know what to say except I'm super proud of everything that you've done. You've taken this to a level that people are probably like, this can't be serious. I know that you just said today a bigger platform. I don't know what that bigger is, but I know it's coming, and I'm super proud of you. And just keep telling people that you heard it here. Somebody might listen. Thank you.
Nah, I appreciate it. Like, you never forget where you started. You never forget the people that rock with you through the good times and the bad times. You know what I mean? So just like you got Sketty, you know, we got, you know, It's Nice. There's a lot of people on here that have been rocking with me when I first started. You know, It's Nice was my very first interview I've ever done. You know what I mean? Yeah. So to hear his record being played on FM, I was almost in tears. So I'm like, yo, you deserve it. You work hard.
Yeah. So
I'll definitely be back up here. And, you know, I always talk about you. Even when you tune in on the show, I'll be like, oh, Dave Hernandez. QSD Radio.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, man. There's a few times where that Drewski and even people on the team over there start saying my name and recognize who I am, and I'm kind of like, that's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? It's only time, right? Good looking out. Shout to Candy SolidCircle. Let's bring this to one of these songs that made our top 100 one time. Brought to you by Candy SolidCircle.
Ready? Oh.
You saying we don't kick it like we used to. Cause girl, I just can't fuck you like I used to. Keep it up, I don't give a fuck if I lose you. Sorry, I told you there ain't nothing that you used to. You saying we don't kick it like we used to. Cause girl, I just can't fuck you like I used to. Keep it up, I don't give a fuck if I lose you. Sorry, I told you I ain't nothing that you used to. I had to push start like skirt and I'm going with it. I ain't a bad bitch to turn savage with some moans in it. Secure the bag of my own nigga. Dope niggas, what's wrong with you? Chains on, no gold nigga. All my niggas is old 50. Smooth criminal, no trace. Got got your girlfriend in the red. Superman's got no cape, no sleep, we never stay. You gotta go home, baby. I'm on a stone, baby. Ain't texting your phone lately, it drive you so crazy. You saying we don't kick it like we used to. Cause girl, I just can't fuck you like I used to. Keep it up, don't give a fuck if I lose you. Shorty, I told you there ain't nothing that you used to. You saying we don't kick it like we used to. Cause girl, I just can't fuck you like I used to. Keep it up, don't give a fuck if I lose you. Shorty, I told you there ain't nothing that you used to.
Candy, we'll talk soon, okay?
All right. Thank you for having me. Have a great night, everybody, including you. Be blessed. Stay blessed.
Yeah, no doubt. Talk to you soon.
All right.
Hang up the phone. Yo, Eddie. Eddie. Yo, where we going? Yo, shout out to everybody listening. Tune in to QSJ Radio. SF Panda is on right now. If you guys want to show love real quick. You know what I mean? Get that shorty to 800. Unless you see somebody. Can we hear Baby Like Over? Oh man. That's where we going. Okay, Eddie, I'll let you know now, right? So stop roasting about quick raids. Oh, shout out to all my mods that were in the building. Thank you so much, Lori. Shout out to Sketty. Just followed me on that Twitch. Wow. Sketty's followed me on that Twitch. I just saw that. Why am I so damn late? Shout out to everybody who was out there in on that Facebook Live. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for Candy SolidCircle for holding it down. Yo, we got Fire Blaze. He was in here. Stokesy was in the building. Young JY was in the building. Everybody was here. Thank you guys so much. Okay, Eddie, I hope that you don't get sick with all that rain that just happened. Let's go show love to my to little SF Panda girl who just finished meeting Roro out there in San Fran. That's love right there. That's love. And I don't know the next time I'll be live for real. I don't. I got PG Brown coming next week, so I know that's for sure. What? Did Lori just sub? What? Did she just resub right now? Right now? Are we doing this again? Are we doing this again where somebody subs right at the end and then I get yelled at for not saying something? Oh my God. Shout out to everybody listening. I'm gonna start this raid, man. Oh my God. Thank you so much for the sub. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope that was a good convo, man. Me and Shorty go back, so it's kind of cool. Make sure you guys follow her. Please, please, please. And yeah. Let's go show la. Mad la. Right? It's not over.